is 1990 University of Louisville Cardinal football. From Cardinal Stadium, the U of L Cardinals versus the Tigers of Memphis State. Hello, everybody. This is David Sullivan. The University of Louisville 4-1-1. Memphis State 3-1-1. It's the Cardinals' best start since 1972 and the Tigers' best start since 1977. There are bowl scouts here from the All-American Bowl and the Independence Bowl as the Louisville Cardinals chase their 5th win of this 1990 football season. And Pete Campisi joins me now. And Pete, it appears that there is one player, maybe more than any other on the field today from Memphis State, that can have a big influence on the outcome of this football game.
I think you're exactly right, David. Number 5, Keith Benton, a junior college transfer from out in Southern California, is one of the speediest quarterbacks Louisville defense has faced this year. He runs the 40 in 4.4, and that is awfully fast. He leads Memphis State in total offense, and in the option attack is one of the main things that is his forte. He runs a very good option attack, getting the ball to the defensive end, either keeping it himself or pitching it out to the running back that trails. So Louisville must contain him, that option attack, and his scrambling ability. And of course, the man that the pressure is on is in that middle linebacking position, Mark Sander. Mark comes into the Louisville game today leading the Cardinals in tackles with 71. He has 2 interceptions on the year and 2 sacks on the year. Of course, he's a senior linebacker from right here in Louisville, Kentucky, DeSales High School. He is the man that is going to be assigned to Benton most of the afternoon.
The keys to victory today, you've been right on the mark a few times this season, Pete. What do you think about U of L's keys?
Well, of course, they've got to stop Benton, David. That's the main thing that they must do. They must stop his option attack. And, of course, when he drops back to pass, he scrambles very effectively. So the running of Benton is a thing that they must stop in the option and in the scrambling. The other thing they must do is prevent the big play early. Of course, a lot of it will have to do with Benton and his running and passing. But also, Memphis State has been very effective intercepting passes. They have 12 on the year. This year, a couple of them have set up touchdowns. So they've got to stop the big play early. And, of course, they must neutralize this very quick Tiger defense. They're not real big, but they're extremely quick. They've got a lot of people coming off the ball. They will pressure Louisville, so they've got to be able to A, block it when they blitz, or B, audibilize into a play that takes advantage of that defensive set. So those are the 3 things that Louisville must do to win today.
Now let's look at the other side in Memphis State. What do you see as the keys to victory there?
Of course, Memphis State, they've got to spread Louisville's defense from sideline to sideline. They can't let Big Washington and Flores just tee off and come after them, so they will do that with the option play. They'll check off, they'll run some option plays, and also get to Louisville, spread them across the defense. Another thing they must do is hit the big play early, and that's either with Benton's running or the interception or the block kicks. So they're going to try to hit the big play early, and of course the third thing that they have to do is control Browning-Nagel. They've got to stop Nagel. They can't let him sit back there and pick him apart all day long. So they will come after Nagel with the defense.
Another thing is that Louisville cannot find itself come out here today flat, looking ahead to a big game against Pittsburgh next week. But thoughts on that, Alan Douglas on the sidelines.
Hey, Cardinal fans, this is a good University of Louisville football team, but it's just like the head coach said last week after a big win over Tulsa. Gentlemen, we have to come out, we have to play sound, fundamental football in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third, and the fourth. With All-American Bowl and Independence Bowl scouts in the stands today, it's time for the Cardinals to shine.
Thank you, Alan, and we'll be back for the opening kickoff of the football game in just a minute. Stay with us.
'90 U of L Cardinal football is brought to you in part by Pepsi-Cola General Bottlers of Louisville, makers of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, caffeine-free Pepsi, caffeine-free Diet Pepsi, Slice, 7-Up, and Dr. Pepper products. By Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security. And by your Cardinal car dealers, Bob Smith Chevrolet Geo, the one, and your Metro Louisville Ford dealers, where quality is standard.
By now, you've come to know Bob Smith Chevrolet as the one for Chevy trucks. That guy in the silly hat showed you all the different models. But he left out the new Chevy S10 4-door Blazer. This Blazer is perfect for carrying all those special treasures, like small treasures and bigger treasures. See the new S10 4-door Blazer at Bob Smith Chevrolet, Westport Road of the Snyder Freeway. For the right price the first time on new Chevy cars and trucks, Bob Smith's
the one. Just a step from where you are to where you'd like to be. A place that holds the key to your financial security. Great Financial Federal has the strength and the know-how to help you plan tomorrow while you make the most of now. We'll always be the key to where you want to be. Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security.
The football teams are out on the field, Memphis State and Louisville. The series between the Cardinals and the Tigers stacks up this way. MSU leads it overall 16-10, but Louisville won the last meeting 40-10. That was a year ago. And so two teams that have turned things around in their seasons are about ready to meet. A wonderful day for football, 62 degrees here at kickoff time. A light wind out of the east. And you can see it is a sunny afternoon for football. Memphis State won the toss and has elected to receive the opening kickoff. Chuck Stobart, the head coach at Memphis State in his second year. Last year his team went 2-9. And Stobart has got him off to a 3-1-1 start here in 1990. And, of course, on the other side of the field, Howard Snellenberger in his 6th season at the University of Louisville. An overall record at Louisville of 26, 33, and 2. So Howard Snellenberger and the Louisville Cardinals trying to win that 5th game of the year. Bowl scouts are in the press box to observe the game today from 2 bowls, as we mentioned to you earlier. So this afternoon, the situation will be that the Louisville defense will be on the field first as Klaus Wilmsmeyer. It's ready to tee it up and kick. You look at number 1, that's William Arnold. And he's got a lot of speed, 4.3 in the 40. And here it is. The game is underway. Taken by Russell Jones, number 9. He's out over the 20 where he's tripped up and comes down. So Ron Bell was on the tackle, the backup kicker and punter to Wilmsmeyer. As you look at Keith Benton that we have talked about in the pregame, that very quick option quarterback, a junior college transfer. He was number 2 in the nation in junior colleges. You look at the starting lineup: Benton and Allen, Bosby, Copeland, Bland, Bolton, Stanley, Bowler. And this is 1st down and 10. And hit and dropped immediately is Charles Allen. Raul Bino, number 6. Reggie Johnson, 54. That Louisville defense has come out to go to war today. On defense, the left end is Hayes. Gangward, left tackle, and Washington at the right tackle. Flores at the right defensive end. Linebacking core at Johnson, Sander, Fitzgerald, Geeney, Blackford, Bino, and Buchanan in the secondary. 2nd down and 11, a loss of 1 on the first play. This is Benton with the option. He was stood up and met right there by Mike Flores. Flores and Sander were right there to greet Benton.
Louisville's come out to play, David. I tell you what, their first defensive signal was an all-out blitz from Sander and a couple of the other linebackers. They're coming all the way across the board. This is the first play. We're going to take a look at it again. This is not the first play. This is the second play right there. You see Johnson scraping from his position. Look at Ted Washington sliding down the line of scrimmage from his defensive tackle position to make the play.
Well, Memphis State ran 2 plays, and they've lost 2 yards, 3rd down and 12. And Benton goes up top. Complete. Up over midfield to Russell Copeland, number 3. He was being covered by Ray Buchanan, and so just like that, a big pass play for Memphis State, and Copeland, that's his 19th catch on the season.
Well, he hits Louisville right in the soft spot of this two deep secondary coverage. There's a man on the hash mark, but the weakness is either deep up the middle or far on the sideline, and that's exactly where Copeland is. Coming away from that hash mark right there up on the sideline. Of course, Copeland comes into the game as the #1 receiver for Memphis State. 18 receptions on the year for 423 yards on the season. He's averaging 23.5 yards per catch, 2 TDs on the year. He is a very dangerous deep threat.
And he started for the Tigers last year as a true freshman because of some injuries that they did have in the receiving corps.
Well, how about for your first catch as a freshman? A 45-yard touchdown pass against Alabama. That's a way to break into NC2A football in style, and a TD pass against Alabama. But he certainly is a deep threat for the Memphis State Tigers.
He's out of the game, and Russell Jones, number 9, is split to the right of your screen. First down and 10. First quarter, no score. The pitch to Allen. He picks up 4 or 5 yards. The junior out of California, another junior college transfer. John Gainey was over there to knock Allen out of bounds. But Charles Allen rushed for over 22 yards in 2 years of junior college football.
Okay, Memphis State came out with an unbalanced to the right, and that's why they went to the right with the option. As you can see, the pitch out to Allen. Johnson can't quite get there. Allen's got that great speed. Of course, Gainey comes up from his secondary position, but they were unbalanced.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Number 23, that is Bosby, the fullback, and he's not going to get much of anything. Pat Fitzgerald, number 47, there to meet him. Leon Bosby, number 23, averages about 4 yards per carry, and that'll now bring up 3rd down.
Well, they've got an excellent stable of running backs. As you mentioned, Bosby averages 4 yards a carry. Allen averages 4.5 yards a carry. And of course, he beat out Larry Porter, who also averages 4.5 yards per carry. So Memphis State has a stable of running backs.
3rd down and 4. Fenton has it fall off his arm as he was appeared to be in obviously passing motion. Mark Sander was back there for the Louisville defense. And the officials are marking the ball back at the Tiger 49-yard line. So it'll go as an incomplete.
I think he decides that he wants to pull that one down rather than risk the throw, and it slips out of his hand as he's pulling it down. Here's Mark Sander. You can see him shuffling down the line of scrimmage. He knows how dangerous Benton is on the run, so he is going to be a contain man as he comes up on the containment.
Jeff Fight, the punter, on 4th down, stands back at his 35 and gets out a nice high punt. Fight averaging over 41 yards a punt. Joey Smith brings it down, and he gets a couple of yards out over the 10-yard line. Rod Brown, 53 on the special teams, making the tackle for Memphis State. No score in the first quarter.
Try it before you buy it. Sam Swope is so sure you'll love a hot new Pontiac, he'll let you try it before you buy it. That's right, no money down, just $149 a month to drive away in a 91 Sunbird or climb behind the wheel of a 1991 Grand Am for only $199 a month. After 4 months, if you decide to buy, all your payments go toward purchase or lease, or just turn it in. The choice is yours. What have you got to lose? Try it before you buy it. Another Sam Swope exclusive. At Sam Swope Pontiac, nobody walks away.
A mere $41 ago, this man had no identity. You wouldn't know his values in life by looking at him. Then he got this U of L t-shirt for $10 and a sweatshirt for $18. He got this terrific stadium cap for just $10, a very useful water bottle for $3.50, and he got his facts straight on U of L football with the official media guide for just $10. Now, if he had bought those items separately, it would have been $51.50, but he got the whole set and his identity back for just $41. A great deal. Call her right today.
Tired of the same old television?
Let's watch Arsenio.
Then catch In Living Color, where nothing is sacred.
Praise the Lord, the Spirit has been lifted.
Except that it airs on Sunday. And Al Bundy's in a major league slump.
I know I made a few errors. For instance, 1, 2, and 3.
Are Al's glory days gone forever?
Still in my prime. Spasm, help me out!
Catch it all new, Married with Children, Sunday on Fox.
All probability.
A 41-yard punt. Joey Smith elects to try to run it out, and it is backed up for Louisville on the 12-yard line for their first offensive possession of the day. 11:37 to go in the first quarter, and there is no score between Memphis State and Louisville. Movement on the line. Whistles and flags go down. A look at Browning Nagel. A legal procedure has been called against U of L, and so that moves it back 5 yards to the 7-yard line. Nagel has over 1,200 yards passing now after a slow start this season. A big game against Tulsa. He's joined in the backfield with Lipsy and Dawkins. Brom, Jones, and McKay are the receivers. Crafts, Blumeyer, Fig, McAllister, and Berkey starting in the offensive line. This is 1st and 15. And this is Dawkins. A nice run by Dawkins out over the 15 to maybe the 16-yard line. He is met by Scott Rumley, 46 of Memphis State. Rumley is the leading tackler for Memphis State as you look at the numbers on Ralph Dawkins.
Very impressive season to date for Dawkins. He's had 13 pass receptions, averaging 12.5. He's also had 54 rushing attempts, averaging over 5 yards per carry rushing. That picked up about 9 yards right there.
And it's 2nd down and 6. Louisville at the 17. Here's the pitch to Bynum. Bynum gets across the 20 to about the 22. Glenn Rogers comes up to make the tackle. Let's take a look at the Memphis State starters on defense this afternoon as he has picked up the 1st down. Bobby Avery, Lish Trice, Hobbs, Fredette, and Sawyer. That is your defensive line for Memphis State. The linebackers, Mike Davis, Scott Rumley, Reginald Jones. And in the secondary, continuing, Glenn Rogers Jr., Kenny Duffy, and Jeremy Williams. 1st down and 10. Louisville from their 22. No score, 10:52 first quarter. Flag has been thrown. Going for Brom, complete. And let's wait and see what the flag is, which was thrown back around the 22-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. Reginald Jones down there to cover Greg Brom. The signal is offsides Memphis State. It is declined.
Well, I don't know if Browning knows this is a free play, but the flag was thrown before the snap because the defensive end came offsides. He hits Brom just on a takeoff pattern, slightly underthrown. Brom had to come back for it, but a big gainer for the Cardinals sets him up inside Memphis State territory. 1st and 10 at the 36.
That is a 40-yard gain. Brom adjusts nicely, makes the catch. And you look at him out of Trinity High School here in Louisville. So 1st down and 10, Memphis State 36-yard line for the Cardinals. Dawkins hit, but still manages to scrap for a yard or two inside the 35. Mike Davis was there along with Kenny Duffy, number 22. And so Louisville now will look at 2nd down and 8, a gain of 2 on the play as Howard Snellenberger. McKay comes over, or rather Jones, to the sideline. Jones and Brom are out. Cummings is in at 1 receiver as it is 2nd and 8. Nagel dropped it and fell back on it at about the line of scrimmage. So now Louisville looks at 3rd down and long. Jet Harris, number 50, was in there for Memphis State trying to pick up that fumble.
3rd down.
Well, Louisville is going to run a play-action pass that time, David, and when they faked the play, the ball carrier knocked the ball out of Nagel's hands. It goes on the ground. That's the 2nd time this year has happened, because as Nagel is faking, he's looking downfield for his receiver, and the ball inadvertently gets knocked out of his hands, bringing up 3rd down and 8.
And 9:15 to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless here at Cardinal Stadium this afternoon. Nobody open. Now he throws complete. That is to Pete Bynum inside the 15-yard line. Evidently, all the receivers were covered, and this time Nagel spots Bynum coming out of the backfield.
Big-time cheers to the O-line for the protection. I mean, he's got all day back there. 4, 5 seconds. He starts to scramble. He spots Bynum just sliding up that left sideline. Of course, Bynum lowers his shoulder and picks up another 6 or 7 yards. Great play by Nagel.
First down and 10. The Louisville Cardinals driving on Memphis State here this afternoon at Cardinal Stadium. They're at the Memphis State 13-yard line. Here's Dawkins down to the 5 before Glenn Rogers runs him out of bounds. So Ralph Dawkins, averaging 5.1 yards a carry, came into this game with 276 yards, as Louisville now down to the 5-yard line of the Tigers.
Well, he was number 1 in scoring until Klaus beat him up, but beat him out of that scoring area. Louisville has right now points scored on the season. Louisville is outscoring Memphis by a couple on an average per game.
Second down, 2 yards from the Tigers' 5-yard line. 8:33 in the first quarter of a scoreless game. Nagel, Dawkins can walk in this one, and he fumbled it, but it is a touchdown according to the officials. He had crossed the plane of the goal line. Number 22, Ralph Dawkins, scores his 6th touchdown of the season. A 5-yard run. He had 20 yards on this drive.
Well, something that the coaching staff has worked. Browning looked first. I don't know if you noticed it, but he looked first for the slant play. It was covered. It was not there, so then he looks to a second receiver right there, Dawkins. Now, when Dawkins catches the ball and crosses, as we look at the extra point, that is
good by Wilmsmeyer, making it 7-0. An impressive opening drive by the Cardinals as they grab the lead against the Tigers of Memphis State.
Dear Jenny, you're so neat. Oh. I don't usually pour my heart out like this. I'm mesmerized. Your effervescent charm. My passion for you will never be quenched. I will always thirst for your companionship.
Oh, Jenny, you must feel so special.
I feel like a Pepsi.
Six years in the making. The time is now.
Selected varieties of Mike Sells potato chips only $1.99. Gordon's crunchy fish sticks and fillets just $3.59. And Ultra Slim Fast only $4.29 with newspaper coupon.
Take another look at the touchdown by Dawkins.
Well, you'll see Browning looking to the slant play first. His head will be looking, but then he goes to the second receiver, Dawkins. Now, Dawkins catches it. That's a reception. As all he needs to do is break the plane, which he broke the plane. It is a score, even though he fumbled after he crossed that plane. That does not count. Nagel right now 3 of 3, David, on the day, as we take a look at Dawkins, but that's his Dawkins' 6th touchdown of the season. And some people are starting to compare him to Carwell Gardner that played for the Cardinals last year.
That's a 9-play scoring drive, 88 yards. Took 3 minutes and 10 seconds and concluded with Nagel to Dawkins on the touchdown as Wilmsmeyer kicks it off. It is taken by 9, Russell Jones. Getting dropped short of the 20. Ron Bell, number 38, in there on another one. He enjoys special teams work.
He doesn't look like a kicker from here.
He's a wild man down there.
He's a linebacker. He was original linebacker. He's been a place-kicking linebacker, but right now he's having an awful lot of fun covering kickoffs for the Cardinals.
You know, you lose your job as the kicker to Wilmsmeyer, and yet the kid comes back and has all this enthusiasm to make whatever contribution he can to this defense. The 6th best defense in college football. And it's plays like that as Brian Hayes, 55. Boy, I've never seen the Louisville defense any more pumped up for a game than they are early in this one.
Now, Brian absolutely takes the offensive man and knocks him back into the ball carrier right there. The offensive guy knocks down the ball carrier because Brian Hayes, 55, knocked the offensive man back into the ball carrier. Great play by Hayes.
It's a 7-0 Louisville lead, and this is 2nd and 11, a loss of 1. The pitch to Porter. And that's Pat Fitzgerald, 47. It is apparent that Memphis State is going to have a tough time running on Louisville today.
Once again, the Cardinals come out in a blitz situation. They come right after the offense with a blitz. I think Alan Douglas has something for us on the sideline.
I have played in this stadium for 4 years, and I tell you what, I've never seen a Louisville team come out and play this aggressive and this tough before. This is a great atmosphere. I think the team is really getting it together.
3rd down and 13 for the Memphis State Tigers. 7-11 in the first quarter. Safety in the end zone. That's Brian Hayes, 55. A standing ovation for the Cardinal defense. They are taking no prisoners on this day. They are literally running Memphis State out of the stadium.
Well, the speed of Keith Benton gets him in trouble here where he gives up 2 points to the Cardinals. He thinks he can elude, but as he eludes, he's getting back into the end zone right there. 55. Brian Hayes gets the safety for the Cardinals. That means that 2 points for the Cardinals, and more importantly now, Memphis State must kick the ball off from the 20 back to the Cardinals. Brian Hayes, great play.
6'3", 254-pound junior from Chicago. Take another look at this play that brought the Cardinal fans all standing on their feet for the defense.
Mike Flores right there, 96, sets it up because he makes Benton turn it around and go across the grain, going back into the end zone. Washington in there. He's signaling the safety as the Cardinals celebrate. I tell you what, that's a big play. When your defense can score, and especially score early on an opponent like this, that's a very big play for the Cardinals.
9-0. There are 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. MSU, Memphis State, 8 carries on the day for minus 24 yards. Well, it's bouncing around down there about the 35-yard line. Memphis State has recovered it. Well, just when Louisville had the momentum certainly swing in their favor with a safety, Memphis State comes up with a big play.
And it's a free kick. It's a free kick, so when the ball goes 10 yards, it's anybody's ball. I think some of the Louisville people are thinking that it's a punt, and as all they need to do is just let the ball roll dead, and it's Louisville's ball. That is a mistake. The Memphis State guy jumps on it.
Kyle Hamlin was the man, number 41, who jumps on it. First down and
jumps on it. Right there, 40 or 41, right? 41 receives it. Memphis State ball.
First down and 10. Memphis State with new life. Porter, a freshman out of Columbus, Georgia, stopped by Ray Buchanan, gets it up inside the Cardinal 30-yard line.
Porter has been a starter from the beginning of the season and was just beaten out last week by Charles Allen. Both of these guys are new people. Allen, a junior college transfer. As we take a look at Porter right there, a freshman. Porter coming into the game, as you see, 87 rushes, 407 yards, averaging 4.5 per rush.
A true freshman. It is 2nd down and 5 for Memphis State. Porter with a flag being thrown, and the whistles blow.
And once again, Memphis State is utilizing that unbalanced formation.
It's against the Tigers.
Penalty against the Tigers. Memphis will put, as we take a look at the rushing yardage, Memphis State 9 rushes for minus 19 yards. Louisville plus 20 on 4 carries. But getting back to the offensive unbalanced line, the center, if they're unbalanced to the right, David, will have 4 men on the line of scrimmage and only 2 men to the left on the line of scrimmage. That's why it's unbalanced. They have an outman going to the unbalanced side.
After the penalty, 2nd down and 10. Benton goes to the end zone and overthrows it. It is caught by Buchanan out of bounds. Intended for Russell Copeland, their top receiver, number 3.
That's the same exact play that they ran early in the game to pick up big yardage. for the Tigers, but that time the corner didn't slip down, and the safety coming off the hash mark makes a great play. Makes a great catch. Too bad it's out of bounds right there. Looks like a wide receiver.
It is 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers from the Louisville 35-yard line. 5:58 in the first quarter. Well, this is exactly what you knew that Benton was capable of doing. Just run out of bounds by Blackford. They're going to spot the ball inside the 20-yard line of Louisville, down at the 19 after that 16-yard run by Keith Benton.
That 4.4 40-yard dash time showed right there. Louisville had the receivers all covered. They had a pretty good pass rush, but he found a little hole up the middle and picks up a quick 16 yards for Memphis State.
Well, Memphis State has turned things around since the safety, recovering the fumble, and now 23 Bosby doesn't get anything as he is piled up, hit by Pat Fitzgerald of the Cardinals. And the time continues to run down in the first quarter.
Louisville once again coming on the blitz play. You can see top of your screen right there, Johnson coming. On the bottom side right there is Mills. But up from his outside linebacking position right there, Fitzgerald makes the play for no gain.
2nd down and 10 for Memphis State. Ball's at the Louisville 19. He picks up a couple, but there are flags being thrown. Reggie Johnson, 54, leading the charge for Louisville. That was a 2nd down and 10 play. As Benton looks on, and we wait to see what the call is from the officials.
Of course, Benton made a number of All-American, junior college All-American teams. His quarterbacking record out College of the Sequoias.
There's another break for Memphis State.
See if we can pick up who gets the face mask. In pursuit. Right there.
Deron Williams, 53.
Deron Williams, right. The Tigger of Memphis State, right there it was.
Well, they have been helped by a fumble recovery on the free kick. They've gotten a penalty now against Louisville, and it is 2nd and 4. That is 21. Charles Allen, the ball carrier, on 2nd down, and Memphis State, aided by all of these things, continues to drive. But now it is coming up on 3rd down.
Good play defensively by Memphis, by Pat Fitzgerald on that last one, knocking once again a blocker back into the running back.
Memphis State, 1 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions. Porter, he's not going to pick it up, I don't believe. He was hit right around the 10-yard line. Ted Washington was there for the Louisville defense. That was 3rd down and 1. Ball down around the Louisville 10-yard line. And they did not get the 1st down. So it is 4th down for Memphis State. And about a yard or less to go. Clock is at 3:50, and now a field goal attempt. They're going to spot it at the 17-yard line, a 27-yarder by Joe Allison, the freshman kicker, who has not missed one this year until now. So Allison misses the 27-yard field goal, the first field goal that he has missed this season, and Louisville has escaped. We'll be back.
By now, you've come to know Bob Smith Chevrolet as the one for Chevy trucks. That guy in the silly hat showed you all the different models. But he left out the new Chevy S10 4-door Blazer. This Blazer is perfect for carrying all those special treasures, like small treasures and bigger treasures. See the new S10 4-door Blazer at Bob Smith Chevrolet, Westport Road at the Snyder Freeway. For the right price the first time on new Chevy cars and trucks, Bob Smith's
The one. Dear Jenny, you're so neat. Oh. I don't usually pour my heart out like this. I'm mesmerized.
Your effervescent charm. My passion for you will never be quenched. I will always thirst for your companionship.
Oh, Jenny, you must feel so special. I feel like a Pepsi.
If it like a change that can be arranged, tell them now.
It's on Fox.
Fox is gonna wake you up, and it's gonna make you big. Believe you me. It's on Fox. Yeah, no doubt about it. No one else does what we do. It's on Fox. Yeah, don't book Johnny. It's all Fox for you.
You're watching the University of Louisville football on the Cardinal Sports Network. Right now, we're going to move to later action in the first quarter. Glenn Rogers will be the deep receiver of Wilmsmeyer, who is averaging 42.4 yards per punt. And Wilmsmeyer is now ranked 15th in the NCAA statistics in the country. Of course, an 84-yard punt that he got off against West Virginia, his tops of the year. This is another one that's going to drive Rogers back inside the 10-yard line. Can they down it? Yes, inside the 5-yard line. Tremendous play as Wilmsmeyer gets off another great punt. It is at the 4-yard line, and Ron Bell, number 38, down there to down it, a 67-yard punt. Mike Klaus Wilmsmeyer.
Well, first, David, that's not anything close to his 84-yard punt that he had against West Virginia, but what a change of field position it is for the Cardinals. I tell you what, 67 yards, that's big field position.
Next telecast, the Cardinals and the Pet Panthers. We'll go with that at 11 p.m. next Saturday night. Well, Memphis State backed up, and the Cardinal defense holds it around the 5-yard line. Charles Allen could get no running room. Bino was one of those in there on the tackle for the Cardinals. Inside 2.5 minutes in the first quarter, and Louisville leads Memphis State 9-0. A touchdown pass from Browning-Nagel to Dawkins, and then a safety. See the numbers on Benton. Second down, 8 for the Tigers. Nowhere to go. Pat Fitzgerald, the first one in there to hit Charles Allen. Third down coming up.
Tough. I'll tell you what, this Cardinal defense is absolutely very, very strong. Tackle to tackle, end to end. Nowhere to go. I mean, great lateral pursuit. Look at Washington moving down the line of scrimmage. Right there. Here comes Gangwar. Bino up on the tackle. Good team pursuit. Good team defense. Pat Fitzgerald credited with the tackle. Right now, they're holding number 21 to 10 yards on 6 carries, and that gets averaging 4.5 per rush.
Third down and 8. Dan Gangwar, number 93, playing with a sprained ankle. Didn't know up until game time if he was going to be able to start or not. Well, the Louisville defense is dominating Memphis State. Fight to punt from the end zone. He gets a pretty good one out to Smith Fields inside the 40. Had nowhere to go. Good coverage by Memphis State. But good field position coming up for the Cardinals.
She likes the field position. I think Coach Stolliver likes the field position, and I know the Cards do, because right now they're sitting real good. What is it, 33-yard line, 34-yard line right there? That guy's got to like it. Big defensive series, though, for the defensive Cardinals, keeping Memphis from getting any kind of yardage back on that last series.
The only way Memphis State has been able to move the ball today has been through the air. As Nagel comes up, 48 seconds in the first quarter, 1st and 10. Greg Brom in motion to the bottom of your screen. 20 is Lipsy. Hit for a loss. Jeff Harris, a junior out of Winter Park, Florida, number 50 on the stop for Memphis State. 35 seconds in the first quarter, 9-0. Louisville leading Memphis State. And second down and 13 is coming up for Nagel, who's completed, as you see, 4 out of his 5 passes for 73 yards.
Whether or not Memphis is not doing what we talked about pregame, getting to Nagel, he's absolutely picking them apart.
He's having a great start in this game. He has been able to elude the pressure when it's come on him. A lot of time here. Rifles one incomplete. Intended for Braun down inside the 20-yard line. Would have been plenty for a first down. Reginald Jones on the coverage of Greg Braun, who has 7 catches coming into the game for 110 yards. He has not caught a touchdown pass yet. Third down conversion coming up. Third down and 13 for the Cardinals at the Tiger 36. And today, as you see, the Cardinals are 1 out of 2 on third down. 5 seconds in the first quarter. Incomplete. Batted down. And so it'll go to fourth down. 1 second left in the first quarter as the clock is stopped on the incomplete pass.
Big play there by Jeremy Williams. Right there, the freshman from Columbus, Georgia. Watch him dive. Had he not got over there that quickly, that could have been a big reception and first down for the Cardinals. Of course, he's a freshman, true freshman from Columbus, Georgia.
Standing back to punt on fourth down is number 7, Browning Nagel. So Nagel will punt from the midfield stripe. And this punt is going to hit right at the goal line, and it goes in before 34 Ray Buchanan touches it in the end zone. Well, the strategy there was to see if Nagel could put one down in the coffin corner. It didn't work. Now, Memphis State will now take over. That was the last play of the first quarter. After a quarter of play, it is Louisville 9 and Memphis State nothing, and we'll be right back.
What makes you cool is your attitude, your inner self. It's not the way your hair is cut. It's not the clothes you wear. Not the clothes you wear. It's not what you drink. You got that right.
You got Pepsi for me?
Who knew?
As the old saying goes, the best things in life are free. At Great Financial Federal, checking accounts are free when you maintain a $200 minimum daily balance. And while some banks are beginning to charge for Quest transactions, a Great Financial Federal Quest card is still a free ticket to all the Quest machines in this area. So if service charges and Quest fees are adding up, why not move your account to Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security?
Usually, when flying for the company, you have to book a coach ticket, which means you sit here in coach, because that's their corporate travel policy. With Eastern's new corporate rates, you book a coach ticket, pay a coach price, and fly in first class. This is our corporate travel policy, and we think it's going to be pretty popular. That's why we doubled the size of our first-class cabins. Eastern's corporate rates, the first-class seat you've always wanted for the coach ticket you've always had.
Discover the do's and don'ts of etiquette from the dignified denizens of Night Court.
Yo, shake 'em, mama!
The secrets of civilized behavior. How to gently handle a disagreement.
Do you want to go through life with one kidney?
Treating your co-workers with respect and dealing properly with a crisis.
Every man for himself!
On Night Court, a comedy of manners.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 41.
Cardinal Stadium, Louisville, Kentucky. David Sullivan, Pete Campese, and Alan Douglas with you. You see the score. Louisville scoring 9 points, a touchdown and a safety in the first quarter against Memphis State. The Tigers have it, first down and 10 to start the second quarter from the Memphis State 20-yard line. Another big crowd here on homecoming today, anticipating a sellout or very, very close to it. Benton on the option pass Complete up near the 30. Gain of about 9. Tom Cavallo in the game on defense for Louisville, number 41. Bosby, 23, was the man that made the catch up there. That's up at the 29, so a gain of 9.
Well, Bosby isn't used very much as a receiver. He's a power runner, a blocker. 53 rushes coming into the game, but only 3 catches, and that was, of course, his 4th of the season.
2nd and 1. And running for the first down is Bosby with Ted Washington there, 99 for Louisville. So Memphis picks up another first down. You look at Greg Braun on the sidelines. Now Memphis State, first down and 10 from their 34. Blackford nails Charles Allen for very short gain.
Great play by Blackford out there, taking the block around, coming off the block, and making a play on Allen. I tell you what, the 5'11", 187-pound junior from Buffalo put the stops on that guy. Of course, that guy's a transfer from Monrovia, California.
You can hear the crowd beginning to cheer for the Louisville defense. 2nd down 8. 13:33 to go in the first half. 9-0 Louisville. Well, Benton has got the speed. He is going to be knocked out short of the goal line. Keith Benton, my goodness, 4.45 speed. That may even be better than that. He is fast. Buchanan saves the touchdown.
Okay, team pursuit. They're going to do a little waggle play, going to come out to pass, but he scrambles to run. He does not scramble to pass. The pursuit is over here on the left side of the field. He sees that and cuts all the way across the backside, and he's just got that speed where no one's going to catch him. We do get a little bit of an angle right here, an angle on him, either Buchanan or Blackford. Blackford right there knocks him out of bounds.
First and goal. The crowd is roaring for the defense to hold. And Memphis State appears to have jumped offside. 75, the right tackle. That is Chuck Bowler. Louisville makes some changes on defense right now. Flores is coming in. Deron Williams is coming out. Brian Hayes comes back into the game on defense. So the ball now is at the 11-yard line. First down, 11 to go. First and goal. Here's Benton, incomplete. Throwing for Ricky Wyndham. A 6'3", 270-pound tight end, number 88.
But it's a good thing that Benton threw that one high, because number 24, that is high on that thing, I guarantee you. And if he would have picked that one off, if Blackford would have picked it off, he would have run something like 90 yards for a Cardinal score. But the ball was high, incomplete, obviously, bringing up 2nd down and goal from the 11.
13:10 to go. We're down in what is called the crunch zone in this end zone. 2nd down and goal for Benton. Look out. He's got it down close to the goal line. Hawthorne and Gainey. As they mark it down close to the goal line, 3rd and goal will be coming up.
I mean, this whole drive is number 5. He's looking to pass. It's not there. Same play. Cut it back across the grain. Looking to take it down in himself.
And spreading that defense out.
The defense out. The initial action coming to the right, then cutting it back to the left.
3rd down and goal. Louisville trying to protect its lead. That's 28 spinning to the end zone, and he's in. Larry Porter, the freshman, has scored the touchdown. And so Benton moves the ball down the field almost single-handedly. And then on 3rd down and goal, it is Porter that jumps it in.
Porter does a nice job. Gets hit and spins using a second and third effort right there. Keeps his feet. Barely makes it in. But nonetheless, the score from Memphis State, bringing him up to 6-9. If this extra point is good by Allison, 57-9.
This is Joe Allison, the freshman kicker who missed one earlier from 27 yards on a field goal attempt. Here with his point after is good. He's also missed one of those this year. And so Memphis State has made a ball game out of it now. It is 9-7. Louisville with a 2-point lead. 12 minutes and 26 seconds remain in the first half.
Six years in the making. The time is now.
Selected varieties of Mike sells potato chips only $1.99. Gordon's crunchy fish sticks and fillets just $3.59. And Ultra Slim Fast only $4.29 with newspaper coupon.
What makes you cool is your attitude.
Your inner self.
It's not the way your hair is cut. It's not the clothes you wear.
Not the clothes you wear.
It's not what you drink.
You got that right. You got Pepsi for me?
Who knew?
It's the way we look, it's the way we sound. It's a whole new game, we're the talk of the town. It's the news at 10 with your longtime friend. The way we bring it home like no one else. You're gonna move on over. WDRB, Fox 41.
Louisville set to receive the kickoff. It is 9-7 now after that touchdown engineered by number 5 Keith Benton. And this is Joe Allison with the kick. Joey Smith takes it at about the 6. Man, if he had broken out to this side, he may have been able to pick up some big yardage. But Smith gets it out over the 25 to about the 27. The Memphis State scoring drive, 7 plays, 80 yards, took up just over 2.5 minutes. I had Porter on the 1-yard run.
But 67 of those yards came on the run by Keith Benton. Got great speed, and as Louisville has worked all week long, his speed from dropping back and then scrambling, running with the ball, and also running an option is something they're going to have to contend with all day.
And the Louisville defense has been extremely aggressive in the first half of this game, and that could even benefit Benton, who can take advantage of some of the lanes that open up. First down and 10, Louisville's ball at their 28. And Nagel on first down will come out of here with a scramble and get out of bounds. Picks up about 6 yards. Browning Nagel run out by Fredette 61 and Sawyer 97. Nagel has looked better today to me in avoiding the rush, being able to scramble, hit his secondary receivers.
I think he's just dropping back and taking what the defense gives him rather than trying to predetermine what he's going to do. Here, it's covered. It's covered, so you step up into the pocket, nothing there. You look down, nothing there. Break it out to the sideline, see if you can pick up a couple yards, avoid the bad play, pick up a couple yards, make it 2nd and 3.
So on second down, Latrell Ware, number 33, is into the game at fullback, and he goes up the middle, but he is not going to have enough for a first down. Troy Thompson, 47 on the stop as you look at Coach Snellenberger on the Louisville sideline. Close game here. Louisville has a 2-point lead, 11:47 in the first half. This is 3rd down, 3. As a flag and the whistle, as Nagel was going with a very long count.
Well, he audibilized at the line of scrimmage. Memphis was threatening the blitz. It appeared as though they were going to come with it. He changed the play at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't tell whether the flag was delay a game or whether they caught Memphis offsides.
Well, they're going to say an inadvertent flag, disregard.
Now, how many inadvertent flags can you have? Because the line judge over on this side threw a flag which would indicate someone was offsides as a number 45 stepping across the line of scrimmage as the ball was snapped.
They leave you guessing.
Referee threw a flag back there. I mean, how many inadvertent flags can you have on one play?
They leave you guessing again. 3rd down 3 for the Cardinals from the 35. Nagel trimmed a little bit coming back. This one was knocked down, batted down by 97 Jeff Sawyer. He's trying to get it out there to Lipsey, and that'll bring up 4th down and bring Wilmsmeyer out again to punt. Wilmsmeyer got off a 67-yard punt the last time. This time he stands just over the Louisville 20-yard line. 11:11 to go on 4th down and 3. Here goes the punt from Wilmsmeyer. Oh, this is a beautiful punt that sends him back to his 6-yard line. They say he signaled for a fair catch. You can't run with it, bud. That's Rogers, Glenn Rogers Jr., who is back there to receive the punt from Wilmsmeyer. 56 yards.
And when he raises that arm and waves it, that's it. You have a fair catch. 56-yard punt by Wilmsmeyer. He's having a wonderful day.
Dear Jenny, you're so neat. I don't usually pour my heart out like this. I'm mesmerized. Your effervescent charm. My passion for you will never be quenched. I will always thirst for your companionship.
Oh, Jenny, you must feel so special.
I feel like a Pepsi.
This week, the guys are coming over to talk sports, pop a few cold ones, and compare power tools. So, ladies, you won't want to miss a single night.
With ladies' man Tom Selleck, Dynamo Danny Glover, Madman Bronson Pinchot, the wild Peter Coyote, and controversial cut-up Sam Kinison. It all starts with MTV jokester Mario Joyner and the very lovely Barbara Hershey.
Hey, wait a minute. She's not a guy.
She sure isn't. Watch the next Arsenio Hall show.
Monday night at 11 on Fox 41.
You're watching University of Louisville football on the Cardinal Network. And we'll go to later action in the 2nd quarter after we pause for these messages.
Just a step from where you are to where you'd like to be. A place that holds the key to your financial security. Great Financial Federal has the strength and the know-how to help you plan tomorrow while you make the most of now. We'll always be the key to where you want to be. Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security.
Something is happening to Homer Simpson.
He hasn't been this frisky in years. I don't want to think about it.
Something wonderful.
I have hair.
I have hair! And all new Simpsons, then.
Out of my way, shrimp.
When this babe's temper flares,
You've got to talk to her. Don't we just put Valium in her SpaghettiOs?
you've got big problems. Babes, following the Simpsons. All new episodes Thursday on Fox.
David Sullivan, P. Campisi, Alan Douglas at Cardinal Stadium. Homecoming, 9-7. Louisville leads Memphis State. 5:24 in the first half. Nagel under pressure to Cummings. He dropped it up at the 45-yard line of the Tigers. He was covered by Reginald Jones. Rick Lance, defensive coordinator, talking to the Louisville defense that has given up a touchdown today. A 9-7 game. Browning Nagel now has completed 5 out of 11 for 78 yards.
Does that include drops?
You know,
had one drop there and had one the last one.
That's a very good point. We have not seen Jeff Braun today. He has played just about every game in the second quarter. 5:17 to go, and just as we had a week ago against Tulsa, Louisville has a close one going in the first half. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. 99 was in there. Trying to get it out to Pete Bynum. Look at some of the Cardinal fans here this afternoon on homecoming. I pointed out another big crowd for Louisville football. The Cardinals come into this game 4-1-1. Bold Scouts are here. And it's a tight game. A 2-point lead for the Cardinals at 9-7. And this is 3rd down and 10 coming up. And Louisville on 3rd down conversions today has been just 1 out of 5. Well, the whistles blow. Could have been too much time. Delay a game.
Browning let that play clock get down just a little bit too far before that snap. He's got to have that ball snapped before the 25-second clock elapses.
See, Louisville has been penalized 30 yards so far in this one. 5:11 to go in the first half. 9-7 Louisville. 3rd down and 15 for the Cardinals. Anthony Cummings is split to the bottom of the screen. Nagel tries to get the first down up there to Broomfield. That's nowhere nearly enough. Gets it up over the 37 or 38-yard line. And so Louisville is going to have to punt it away again. It'll be 4th down and 7 with just over 5 minutes in the first half. And that brings Wilmsmeyer back on the field, averaging over 61 yards today punting.
Put it down here.
They got 10 men rushing. And Wilmsmeyer gets out a pretty decent punt. Fair catch called for by Rogers at about the 23 or 24-yard line. And so with 5 minutes exactly to go in the first half, Memphis State will get the ball back at the 24-yard line. Now, as you know, the Louisville Cardinals have a road trip game, and a very big one facing them next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to meet the Panthers at Pitt Stadium. The Cardinal Athletic Fund has an air trip to Pittsburgh October 21st to the 22nd, $220 a person, double occupancy. Call 584-4845, and also a bus trip to Cincinnati, to Riverfront Stadium to see that one. 1st down and 10. And Benton goes for the touchdown. The bomb out there to Copeland is overthrown. Oh, Benton tried to strike and had Copeland open.
Well, you run that play up into the line of scrimmage. A couple times we missed the fake there, but the fullback is faked up into the line of scrimmage. That freezes the defensive back. Then all of a sudden the quarterback lets one go downfield 50 yards to Copeland.
And we got a flag.
He did break free. However, the pass was overthrown. And as you mentioned, David, we have flags down on the field.
Holding against Memphis State. That'll put the ball back inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And so now the Tigers have 1st down and 20. And we've got 4:53 to go in the first half. Louisville leads it 9-7. They had a 9-0 lead before Benton engineered a long scoring drive. 4:53 in the half. This is 1st down 20. A bunch of missed tackles, and Bosby, number 23, before Blackford brings him down, gets up to about the 18-yard line. Let's look at that again.
This is a teaching film on how to make the arm tackle miss. They're arm tackles, folks. Take a look. Arm tackle right there that you're not going to make. Here comes Hayes, arm tackle there that you're not going to do. One more arm tackle there by Bino. Finally, we get two arms around him, and we get a host of people coming in to help him. But you got to hit him on the numbers. You got to hit him on the ball. Hit him with two arms. Wrap him up and take him down. 200-pound backs are stronger than your two arms. It is 2nd down and 16, and Benton going long. Bino is down here covering John Bush, number 2. An incomplete pass.
Bino on the coverage for the Cardinals.
Well, it's interesting now that Benton and the offense of Memphis State going for 2 long passes.
Yeah, he will strike deep at any point of the game, anywhere on the field. We saw Louisville sack him for a safety back here when he was just trying to buy time. Benton is trying to buy time, running back in there looking for the deep shot. But he will throw deep at any point in time, and he also has the capability of running it for lots of yardage. 2 of 5 on the day for 43 yards, but he's also got a whole bunch of yards rushing.
This is 3rd down, 16, and he's got pressure but eludes it. And now he goes with another one. This is a wobbly high one that's going to be, it should have been intercepted by Ricky McFadden, who had it in his hands. That ball was just a wobbly high pass, and McFadden could have had it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know if this is a bad play by McFadden or not. He may be just trying to knock it down, thinking. Now he's trying to catch it. Yeah, he wants an interception, but it's 3rd down. They got to punt it anyway. And if he gets his average, it's going to be about the same net field position difference.
Well, McFadden probably just wanted a little drama there. 4 times 41-yard average on punts for Jeff Fight, the senior. It's a good high punt out. Back Smith up, and he bobbled another one. He got the handle back on it and gets it out over the 35-yard line. So Joey Smith has bobbled a couple of these punt returns. Right now, 3:38 to go in the half. 9-7 Louisville. Next telecast on the Cardinal Sports Network will be the Louisville Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Panthers from Pitt Stadium in Pittsburgh. We'll be with you next Saturday, October the 20th, 11 p.m. with a replay telecast of the Cardinals and the Panthers. That was a 55-yard punt. And Louisville with 3:38 in the half, 1st down and 10 from the 37. And Nagel at quarterback. He had all kinds of time and hits Brom over midfield. And Greg Brom out of Trinity High School, the sophomore, makes the catch.
Talk about a difference in defensive philosophy. Sometimes they'll bring 8 rushers, and it's in Memphis State. This time they brought 2. They brought the 2 defensive tackles. They even dropped the nose man back. That's 9 men in pass defense. That's why that guy's got all day to throw. Completes it right there to Brom. Picks up a 1st down.
1st down, 3:22. The clock begins to run as Louisville tries to get points on the board before halftime. Nagel stops the clock with that throw. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 3:16 in the first half. Look at Howard Snellenberger along the sidelines.
You talk about Memphis State mixing it up. From 8 rushers to 2 rushers, back to 8 rushers that time.
Nagel today has thrown for over 100 yards, 103, completing 7 out of 15, and he's had a few passes dropped. 3:16, 2nd down, 10. Ball's at the Tiger 47. Nagel was blindsided. The ball is loose, and Memphis State comes up with it. That was a live ball. And the Tigers have recovered it at the Louisville 40-yard line. Jeff Harris, number 50. Mike Davis, number 45. Davis came up with it. Harris made the hit.
Blindside right there, Harris. That ball is a live ball. He's not in the throwing motion. Right there, I believe Davis picks the ball up. That gives Memphis the ball at the Louisville 40-yard line. Right there, Michael Davis credited with the fumble recovery. He's 3 in tackles this year for Memphis State, coming into today's game with 36. 2 pass breakups, playing great ball.
All right, now Memphis State will try to get something on the board. That's the second turnover of the game for Louisville. None so far for Memphis State. Benton goes long. Catching it in stride is number 9 inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Russell Jones on John Gainey, number 25 for Louisville. Russell Jones, a junior college transfer. And just one catch coming into this game for 31 yards. This one for 36.
Russell Jones, the brother of Reginald Jones, makes a big catch right here, coming right up that left sideline. Good play by Gainey to wrestle him down so he doesn't score.
The ball is spotted inside the Louisville 5. 2 minutes, 53 seconds in the first half. Louisville by 2, 9-7. The crowd trying to cheer on the Louisville defense. Back at the 9-yard line. Porter is knocked down by Raul Bino. There are 2 flags dropped. So Bino is in there to make the play. See what the flags are.
Right there, the freshman Porter trying to come on a sweep this side. The flags are being thrown over on this side by the line judge and also by the field judge.
Holding Memphis State. Raul Bino, boy, can he put on a hit.
He's a walk-on from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. A high school teammate of Klaus Wilmsmeyer, and has absolutely come into his own. Looking back, the first game of the season, made a couple great plays at San Jose State, saving a touchdown on 2 different occasions. One with a pass deflection and another one with a great stick on the goal line.
You're looking at the Louisville fans down in what is known as the crunch zone, cheering the defense to keep Memphis State out. And Bino has made some of those big hits on 3rd and goal a couple of times to save touchdowns. Holding and clipping, a double penalty against Memphis State. So now that moves them back to the 19-yard line of Louisville. And it'll be first down from there. That'll be first down and goal from the 19-yard line as the referee explains things to Chuck Stobart. That's Terry Monk, the referee. To Chuck Stobart, the 57-year-old head coach of Memphis State.
Chuck and I, we banged heads coaching against each other. We're both assistant coaches in the Big Ten. He was working for Bo Schembachler as his offensive coordinator up there at Michigan while I was coaching at Indiana. Nice guy. Good football coach.
2:29 in the first half. It is first down and goal from the Louisville 19. Benton on the pitch to Porter. Bino missed him, and Porter gets inside the 15, diving. Buchanan was finally able to bring him down or stop him.
Good defensive pursuit. They're going to take Benton away right there. Take him away right now. Pitch the ball. Now that the threat of the option is gone. Bino comes up. This Benton is a strong Porter, rather, is a strong runner. 5'11", 190-pound freshman from Columbus, Georgia. Breaks the tackle of Bino, who's one of the better tacklers on this Louisville defense.
Memphis State takes a timeout. And the clock is stopped with 1 minute and 50 seconds flat remaining in the first half. And we have a 2-point game. Louisville leads Memphis State 9-7. Memphis State now will be looking at second down and goal from the Cardinal 14-yard line. Louisville took a 9-0 lead in the first quarter, and Memphis State came back to score. And it has been a 9-7 game for the remainder of the first half. On Sunday nights at 6:30, we invite you to join us for the Howard Snellenberger Show on Fox 41 WDRB. Join the coach as he analyzes this week's game and looks ahead to next week. We'll profile one of the Cardinals every Sunday night. And if you want to call in and ask a question of Coach Snellenberger, you can call right now during or after the game and leave it on a recording at 502-458-9509. And then on Sunday night, Coach Snellenberger will field as many of those questions as he can. It's an interesting part of the coaches show that gives the fans the opportunity to pose their questions to the coach. And he is very candid in answering them normally. 1 minute and 50 seconds after the timeout by Memphis State. They are trying to take the lead in this game. They are certainly within field goal range at the very least. Second down and goal. There it is, a pass back the other way, intercepted. And it's picked off by Blackford. He is still up and running. It is another example of the Louisville defense. It will bend, but it very rarely will crack.
Talk about staying at home and playing your position. Daggone it, look at this. The halfback pass from quarterback to back, but look who's home. Yes, sir. Woo. Number 24, William Blackford, playing his area. Didn't get sucked over on the sweep. Hang on to the ball there, William.
Well, Memphis State loses an opportunity as Blackford takes it away from him. And now it's Louisville's ball. Nagel has it at the 25. 1st and 10 with a minute 36 and a half. There's the ball complete to Greg Braun. He's out over the 40-yard line to pick up the first down. Nagel throwing to Braun more this game than we've seen. Greg Braun came into this game with only 7 catches through the first 6 games of the year.
I believe unofficially that's his second reception of the day, and of course that guy just had a great reception.
4th interception.
His 4th interception of the year, and what a timely interception that last one was.
Certainly was. Here's Nagel now throwing upfield, in and out of the hands of Ken McKay, the tight end, up at midfield. He was right at a first down.
McKay coming into the ball game, 22 catches, 274 yards. Looks as though this one here should have been his 23rd reception right there. He's looking at his hands, but the ball's not there.
Yes, McKay has caught more passes than any other receiver for the Cardinals this year. 22 catches, tops on the team. Now Nagel and the Cardinals look at 2nd down 10 from the Louisville 41. Minute and 16 seconds left in the first half. 9-7, Louisville leads. Nagel has time for Fred Jones, complete. And they say he is out of bounds at about the 33. And McKay. That is McKay, number 80, with the catch.
Came right back to him. He dropped the one a minute ago, but just now comes right back to him for a 26-yard reception right there. Keep your feet inbounds. Tiptoe on that sideline right there.
Now a minute and 10 seconds to go, and McKay with a big catch at the 33 of Memphis State.
Super senior and McKay. He's already completed his undergraduate work, and he is in graduate school right now.
Senior out of Chicago. First down and 10. 1 minute 10 seconds to go in the first half. 9-7 to Louisville. 25-second clock ticking down. Nagel gets it all complete. Out here on the sideline to Cummings, who I don't think got out of bounds. Clock runs at 1:01 and continues to tick. It's at the 25-yard line of the Tigers. No huddle. Louisville comes right back. 51 seconds. You see the clock in the lower right-hand portion of your screen. 2nd down and a yard. Nagel throws it way behind Cummings to stop it at 42 seconds.
42 seconds remaining.
Well, the coaching staff elected to throw the ball incomplete to stop the clock, rather utilizing one of their timeouts in this situation.
Well, Nagel just took a timeout. And so that is the first timeout by Louisville in the first half of the game. They have 2 left.
I believe Louisville has 2 timeouts left. I guess they wanted to take, as we take a look at the graphic there, 2 timeouts for both ball clubs. They're going to take the timeout. I was wondering why they didn't take the timeout before the incompleted pass to save, what, maybe 15 seconds on the clock, David?
And a down goes away that way as well to stop the clock with an incomplete pass. Now, 42 seconds to go. You're leading 9-7. You've got Wilmsmeyer over here on the sideline, certainly an accurate field goal kicker, and you're just about within his range right now.
There's no question you are within his range. The ball would be snapped back approximately 7 yards, spotting it, say, just inside the 32, at the 10 to the back of the end zone for a 42-yard. He's already hit 52 last year against Virginia. So, yes, you are within his range, but I think the Cardinal coaching staff I don't think they're thinking 3, David. I think they're thinking 6.
Of course they're thinking 6.
Nonetheless, you got to have a shot at some points.
It is also 3rd down and 1. You've got 2 timeouts left. Louisville does. 42 seconds to go in the half. 9-7. Louisville is leading. This is a pitch to Dawkins. Dawkins is going to make the turn at the corner. Get inside the 10 and stay. Boy, I like the way Dawkins can run the ball. A hard-running performance by Ralph Dawkins, a redshirt freshman. He's punched it down inside the Tiger 5, and there are 32 seconds to go, and the clock stops.
He's like a young bull. Right here, he's going to break the arm tackle right there. And watch him absolutely put down his shoulder and just run over one of these defensive backs from Memphis State right there. He's going to take this guy for a ride. Saddle him up, get your spurs on, buddy, because you're going in the end zone.
Don't hit Dawkins high, because he'll just take you with him.
You do not want to hit Dawkins high. Right now, he's looking at 5 carries on the day for 46 yards. That last one, a 22-yard gain.
Dawkins has scored 5 touchdowns on the season, 1 today on a catch from a pass on Nagan.
Take a look right here. Memphis is blitzing again, but he comes right there. He breaks the arm tackle. Good block. Good downfield block right there. You're going to see number 7, Jones, get hitched up right here. He's going to try and tackle him high. He does hold him up long enough so that some of his friends can come by and help corral him, but he went for a ride, about a 10-yard ride.
Well, you see the Louisville huddle with the timeout. 32 seconds on the clock. Memphis State's entire defense went over to the sideline and huddled up with the coaching staff there, and now you see them running back to the line of scrimmage.
Of course, Memphis State 3-1-1. They're thinking bowl game. Should they beat the Cardinals, just like the Cardinals are thinking bowl game if they beat Memphis State? You think Chuck Stobart said anything over there about, gentlemen, this is a bowl goal line stand?
It is 1st down and goal from the Memphis State 3. Here is Dawkins, touchdown. Number 29. Pete Bynum, 29, goes into the end zone. And so Louisville has scored with 28 seconds left in the first half.
Big play offensive lineman. I tell you what, absolutely created a new line of scrimmage. Knocked the Memphis guys off the line of scrimmage, this left side over here. Fig, Blumeyer, Crafts. Nice hole right there. Not Dawkins, but Bynum finds the crack. It just runs over the last defender right there for the Cardinal score.
Look at it from ground level.
Another shot ground level right there. Kraft's taking his man right out of the play. And Pete Bynum scores his first touchdown right there as he does a little Pete Bynum shuffle. Dun, 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 dun. You can't touch this. Hey, we touched it. We touched the end zone. Got 6, Mr. Pete. Yes, sir. His first score, his 3rd score, rather, of the year.
3rd touchdown for Bynum.
Right.
A senior out of Indianapolis. They've got an injured player down for Memphis State down at the goal line. It is the nose guard, Chris Hobbs, sophomore out of Miami, number 96. Their 2nd leading tackler.
Right, very key player for this.
So one of the stalwarts of their defensive line now being helped off the field.
He probably had the best game of his career last week against Tulane. 7 tackles and 2 quarterback sacks. That's a great afternoon for a nose tackle.
So after the delay for the injury, it is Welchmeyer for the point after. Louisville 15, Memphis State 7. 28 seconds left in the first half. The kick is good. And so Louisville now leads 16-7, a 9-point advantage winding our way towards halftime. And when you think back, it was Memphis State that had the ball down, threatening to score on the Louisville defense when Blackford came up with the interception, and Louisville moves the ball down and scores the touchdown. And so rather than facing the possibility of Memphis State going in as the leader at halftime, it ends up that Louisville drives the ball 74 yards in 7 plays ending up with Bynum on the 3-yard run, and now they stretch that lead to 16-7. Blackford's interception, a big play.
Well, he's had 4 on the season. That was his 4th today. That guy's having a wonderful afternoon from his quarterbacking position, but that last drive, as you mentioned, David, was set up by William Blackford playing his corner position. You know, if the ball is being swept across the field, the only shot you got is to trail it deep, should it break, and go long, then you got to come across the field. But when it just starts, you don't leave your position, you play at home. You play your position, stay in that side of the field. He did. They tried the little trick play from the halfback pass, throwing it back to Benton. He was right in position to pick it off, returned it some 20 yards to set up this last score.
End-over-end kick. It is taken by Arnold. Stepping his way out over the 30-yard line. Tom Cavallo, 41 there for the Cardinals. And so Memphis State, with 23 seconds left in the first half, will put it in play at the Tiger 31. Anytime Keith Benton is on the field, he is capable of pulling a big play on you.
He certainly is. Of course, he's, as a junior college quarterback, his teams were 19-3 over 2 years out with the College of Sequoias in Southern California. But he is certainly a threat from any position on the field as a runner and or as a passer.
We're at Cardinal Stadium here in Louisville on homecoming 1990. And Louisville is leading Memphis State 16-7. 23 seconds to go in the first half. That is Charles Allen, the ball carrier, for a couple of yards. Gainey and Mark Sander were over there to knock him out of bounds. 18 seconds. The clock stops. It'll be second down 10.
Well, the Cardinal defense has held Allen pretty much in check. Last week, his very first start as a collegiate, he rushed for 24 rushes, 111 yards last week against Tulane for a TD. Today he's only 11 carries for 13 yards. So Louisville has certainly done the job on Charles Allen.
The Louisville defense averages holding opponents to only 98 total yards rushing a game. This is 2nd and 4. Benton's long pass, well defended and knocked down, intended for Copeland. Gainey was down there on the play, along with 34 Ray Buchanan. 25 is John Gainey, the only senior in the Louisville defensive secondary.
And he is being backed up by a true freshman, Kevin Gaines, who's not in there at this point in time, but is playing an awful lot. So Louisville looks like they'll be strong next year in that defensive secondary, only losing Gainey, but yet getting back Gaines, Blackford, Buchanan, and Bynum.
Out of the 8 people playing in the secondary, only Gainey is a senior. You look at the numbers on Keith Benton. Passing numbers, 3 out of 8 for 79 yards. 3rd down 4, 10 seconds, first half. And Benton is down. That's Mr. Flores, number 96. The senior defensive end. Knocks Benton down well back inside the 25-yard line.
Now, Louisville is signaling for a timeout, and I don't know if they have
3 seconds. They may have one left, I think.
Okay, they do signal a timeout. Obviously, Louisville did have one left, so therefore, with 3 seconds to go, it's 4th down and 14 as we take a look at the sack right here. Ben's going to roll out. Here comes 9-6, your favorite sack man, right there. Tom Flores. That's got to be what? Mike Flores, rather. That's got to be his 10th or 9th of the season. It depends if they awarded a sack on the tackle for loss earlier on the day, because he did have a tackle for loss. It just depends if they count it as a sack or a tackle for loss. But needless to say, he is one tough defensive end. But getting back to this down and distance situation, 4th down, Memphis State elects not to punt because they know Louisville will come after it. 3 seconds left. They feel that they can just run the clock out and not have to turn the ball over to Louisville in this part of the field.
Well, they let Allen run it, and he gets it out over the 40-yard line. You may hear the cannon going off down here. There's some pushing and shoving going on the sideline, and a flag goes up from one of the officials. A little pushing and shoving between Cardinals and Tigers down here. And now we see a good part of the Memphis State team coming across, and now they head for the locker room. But a flag lays on the ground up here around the 38-yard line. That's against Memphis State, I believe.
Personal foul against Memphis State. I believe they'll mark it off on the ensuing kickoff.
Well, we've hit the halftime break of this football game. Homecoming at Louisville, and they lead Memphis State 16-7.
As the old saying goes, the best things in life are free. At Great Financial Federal, checking accounts are free when you maintain a $200 minimum daily balance. And while some banks are beginning to charge for Quest transactions, a Great Financial Federal Quest card is still a free ticket to all the Quest machines in this area. So if service charges and Quest fees are adding up, why not move your account to Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security?
Six years in the making. The time is now.
Selected varieties of Mike sells potato chips only $1.99. Gordon's crunchy fish sticks and fillets just $3.59. And Ultra Slim Fast only $4.29 with newspaper coupon.
Dear Jenny, you're so neat. I don't usually pour my heart out like this. I'm mesmerized. Your effervescent charm. My passion for you will never be quenched. I will always thirst for your companionship.
Oh, Jenny, you must feel so special.
I feel like a Pepsi.
It happens once every century.
I go goofy.
The Alpha's going through a personality change.
You have a lunatic on your hands here.
Now he's doing strange things. And saying strange things.
Didn't you used to have a mustache?
But worst of all,
I'll do anything to get my hands on a cat.
look out, Lucky.
I want that cat.
Because it isn't over till it's over.
Deal. That's all, folks.
On the next Alf.
Monday night at 6 on Fox 41.
A halftime score, Louisville leading Memphis State 16-7. David Sullivan and Pete Campese with you. The team's just now getting ready to come back out on the field for the second half. Pete, let's look at the highlights of this first half. It kind of went back and forth with Louisville ending up with a 16-7 advantage when we hit the break.
16-7, but Louisville had a hard time hanging on to Dawkins. We're going to take a look right here. Nagel passes to Dawkins. He looks for the slant play, but it's not open. He sees Dawkins. Dawkins takes it across. As soon as he passes the plane, it's a touchdown. The fact that he fumbled after he got into the end zone had nothing to do with it. So Louisville goes up 7-0 on Memphis State.
Right here, this is the play where they get the safety on Benton.
Right. He tries to throw it to his left. He reverses his field. He's looking for time, trying to buy time. And right there, Brian Hayes nails him back into the end zone. 2 points for Louisville on the safety. Of course, at this point in time, Memphis State has to kick off to Louisville. It's a free kick. They punt it from the 20-yard line. A couple of Louisville guys think that just because they punted it, is all you need to do is let the ball roll dead, and it's theirs. It's false. It's a free ball. Memphis State falls on it. They pick up the ball at that point in time, end up driving the ball. Quarter changes. Go down and drive the ball here. 28 Porter sweeps left side, keeps his feet. See him spin and keep his feet, drives it into the end zone, giving Memphis a score at that point in time. Louisville's now leading 9-7. We see here right there Bynum. Louisville drives the ball all the way down to the end zone. Bynum takes it over from about the 2-yard line, and he does his little Pete Bynum shuffle. All right, Pete, getting down.
Ought to get a patent on this.
Is he hurting or is he just dancing? But nonetheless, Louisville at halftime, 16-7 on top of Memphis State.
And you can see the statistics. Memphis State with 96 yards rushing, and that is almost as much yardage rushing as Louisville allows in an entire football game on the season. First down advantage to Louisville, so the Cardinals have the advantage both on the statistics and on the scoreboard. It's 16-7 in favor of the Cardinals over Memphis State. And we'll be ready for the kickoff to start the second half in just a minute. Stay with us.
By now, you've come to know Bob Smith Chevrolet as the one for Chevy trucks. That guy in the silly hat showed you all the different models. But he left out the new Chevy S10 4-door Blazer. This Blazer is perfect for carrying all those special treasures, like small treasures and bigger treasures. See the new S10 4-door Blazer at Bob Smith Chevrolet, Westport Road at the Snyder Freeway. For the right price the first time on new Chevy cars and trucks, Bob Smith's
The one.
What you want as the flyer is you want first class at coach prices. We want to show you a brand new first class cabin. Take a look at that.
Oh, man. Great seats. Beautiful.
On the 1st of October, 95% of Eastern's fleet will have the expanded cabin. Now, they won't all have the new seats. You'll get the leg room, you'll get the food service, you'll get the extra flight attendant. But the key to this is pricing. Eastern's pricing policies conform to your corporate travel policies. And we're calling this our corporate rate.
1990 U of L Cardinal football is brought to you in part by Pepsi-Cola General Bottlers of Louisville, makers of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, caffeine-free Pepsi, caffeine-free Diet Pepsi, Slice, 7-Up, and Dr. Pepper products. By Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security. And by your Cardinal car dealers, Bob Smith Chevrolet Geo, the one, and your Metro Louisville Ford dealers, where quality is standard.
Candace Burton divorced Burt Reynolds so she could march to the beat of a different drummer.
It's gonna be harder for me.
Now he's taking a chance on romance with Jill Clayburgh.
I want to have sex with you.
And look who's changing her tune.
This time forever.
Candace Bergen, Burt Reynolds, and Jill Clayburgh do it once more with Thief in Starting Over.
Tuesday night at 8 on Fox 41.
They're getting ready for the kickoff and a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Memphis State. They will have the ball back at the 20-yard line for the kickoff. There's Chuck Stobart, the coach for Memphis State, standing by. Let's go down to Alan Douglas very quickly on the sideline. We'll go after the kick. Okay, we'll check in with Alan, who has an interview. You see Coach Snellenberger. A Louisville team, a 16-7 lead over the Tigers of Memphis State. That little scuffle on the sideline at the end of the first half resulted in the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Memphis State. And that's why it's teed up at the 20. For number 12, Joe Allison will kick it. Well, Louisville should end up with good field position after this. There is the kick. It's taken by Dawkins up around midfield before he goes out of bounds. Ralph Dawkins. Number 10, Steve Smith, knocks him out of bounds. Now let's go to the sidelines to Alan Douglas.
I'm standing here with a guy that's no stranger to Coach Snellenberger, Howard Snellenberger's style of football. This is Albert Bentley of the Indianapolis Colts. Albert played with Coach at Miami and was part of a building program that started out just like Louisville did from the bottom and worked its way into the national championship. Albert, you're always welcome here at Cardinal Stadium. And how do you feel about this program? And you were there at Miami when it all started out. What's happening here?
Well, I think the same thing happened at Miami. You know, when I first went there, you know, Snellenberger first went there, and they're about ready to can the whole football program. And he turned things around, and it looks like he's doing the same thing here in Louisville.
Last week, I tell you had a great game against the Chiefs. What did you have, about 288 yards?
It was, you know, it was a real good game. I didn't really have that much yards, but it was some key plays, and you know, we were able to win a really big game for us, which we feel put us in position to get our season back on track.
Albert, it's an honor to have you here in Louisville. You're welcome anytime, and good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, Bynum with a loss on the first play from scrimmage, and it is 2nd down 13, Louisville from the 47. Nagel's pass is knocked down. It is batted down by Larry Cox, a junior, number 91, junior. He knocks it down.
Yes, sir. The big arm of Cox comes right up here because Browning has, it looks as though he's going to McKay. Cox right there, shuffling down the line of scrimmage, rejects that one. 3rd down and 13 for the Cardinals.
14-12. We're in the first minute of play in the second half with Louisville on top of Memphis State 16-7. Nagel over here to the sideline up at the 40, which is what was needed for a first down, and the pass is completed to Broomfield. Eric Broomfield, number 3, the senior out of Decatur, Georgia, makes the catch at the 40. Is it a first down? They're
I
going to
think
look
it's
at
all going to depend on the spot of the ball. Nagel just absolutely perfect. A lot of timing back in there. Throws a rope and just sort of threads the needle in between a couple of Memphis State defenders. Gets it right in there to Broomfield. Broomfield comes up with the first down by inches right there at the 40-yard line.
And so the Cardinals start the first half, or the second half, picking up a first down. Oh, a drive is underway. The ball rests at the 40. Don't forget, a part of this, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that backed up the kick to the 20-yard line for the Tigers. Now it is first down and 10 with Broomfield split to the bottom of your screen. Here's a screen pass to Dawkins. He needs a block. He got it. He gets down around the 36-yard line.
Ralph Dawkins.
Well, Dawkins hit by Duffy, 22, finally picks up about 4 yards. It'll be about second down.
You need to slow that blitz down, and at almost every play from scrimmage, it looks like a track meet for Memphis State because the linebackers are just blitzing, coming right across the line of scrimmage. So to slow those guys down a little bit, you have to throw the screenplay. Here, Nagel sets it up. Super, throws it out here to Dawkins. Good block out there by Fig, or that's Blumeyer, number 70. Good block out in front. He tries to cut it back across the grain, picks up 4.
Second down 5. They give him a 5-yard gain. Dawkins hit at the line, but bounces away. There's a flag on the play as he gets up to about the 32-yard line. Sawyer was there, 97, to bring Dawkins down, but Dawkins initially hit at the line of scrimmage. Holding against the Cardinals, referee Terry Monk.
Actually hit behind the line of scrimmage and spun out, but the umpire, who stands behind the linebackers, Rusty Spindell, threw the flag. Caught one of the Louisville offensive guys with his hands in the wrong place, sort of like catching your mom catching with your hands in the cookie jar. Well, the umpire caught one of the offensive linemen with his hands on one of the defensive guys in the wrong position.
The 10-yard penalty is marked off, and it will be second down for the Cardinals and 15. 12:51 in the third quarter. You see the penalty yardage comparison between the two. Louisville 16 and Memphis State 7. Browning Nagel has gone the complete way at quarterback. Throws to Cummings. Good move by Cummings. Picks up about 6 or 7, 8 yards up over the 35-yard line into about the 33. Glenn Rogers Jr. makes the stop for the Tigers, number 26. Third down and about 4 will be coming up.
Okay, pregame we talked about neutralizing the Memphis State speed, and to do that you either got to block it or audibilize to something that can take advantage of it. Nagel here checks out of something, gets right there so that he can hit Cummings right there on the little quick out. Picks up about 10 yards. It's now 3rd and 4.
Third down and 4 for the Cardinals. Ball's at the 34 of Memphis State. Pass to Cummings inside the 30 to the 29, and that should be enough for a first down. He was covered down there by number 7, Reginald Jones. So Cummings makes the grab, and the Cardinals first down. They've overcome the holding penalty.
Once again, Memphis State comes on the blitz. Louisville picks it up. The only free guy was coming from the backside, but he couldn't get there quite soon enough. Nagel hits Cummings, picks up 5 or 6 yards for another first down, gives Louisville great field position inside the Memphis State 30.
Cummings is out of the game now, and Broomfield, number 3, is split to the bottom of your screen. First down and 10 from the 28. Dawkins gets about 3 yards, heading towards the 25-yard line.
Stop by number 99, Pat Jensen.
Pat Jensen makes the stop on Ralph Dawkins. Dawkins, a big game. Redshirt freshman, 48 yards on 6 rushing attempts. Browning Nagel today has completed 14 of 25 for 188 yards.
Outstanding day for a quarterback.
2nd and 8 at the Tigers 26. This is complete. Another first down. Bynum gets inside the 20 on the reception. He'll be knocked down around the 16-yard line as Chris Michael, number 6 for Memphis State, was there along with Callaway.
Bynum just gets a little arrow, a little something out here, but the key is that he puts the move right there and gets a good block by Broomfield, getting up the line of scrimmage, picks up a first down right there. A little extracurricular activity on the sideline, but nonetheless a Louisville first down.
10:55 in the third quarter. This is Bynum pulling his way towards the 11-yard line. The linebacker down there to meet him was Mike Davis, number 45. But Pete Bynum, a senior, picking up some hard-earned yardage there. The second down and about 5 or 6 to go with 10:33 in the third quarter. And Louisville continues to lead 16-7. That was Louisville's 11th first down. Memphis State has 5. 2nd and 6. Cummings is split wide to the top of your screen. He lost one for Braun in the end zone, incomplete. Reginald Jones, number 7, was down there and had him covered. Now Nagel tried to connect and lost one to the corner of the end zone to Braun, who comes over to the sideline, and now Nagel has a 3rd and 6.
Like the alley-oop pass, just trying to throw it over the top of the defense and let it come down in one spot where the guy in red can catch it, or else it's incomplete. It was defense perfectly, well thrown, a good audible, but incomplete because of the good defense.
So Louisville 3rd down and 6, trying to widen its lead over the Memphis State Tigers. 10:06 in the third quarter. Nagel throws behind Dawkins, incomplete. Chris Michael, 6, the defender for the Memphis State Tigers. So the incomplete pass brings up 4th down, and it brings Klaus Wilmsmeyer out. As the Louisville drive has stalled at the 12-yard line of Memphis State. Wilmsmeyer will go for this field goal from the 19-yard line, a 29-yard attempt by Klaus Wilmsmeyer. Greg Braun is the holder. 29-yard field goal attempt. It is up. It is good.
It's good.
The cannon sounds in the end zone, and Louisville connects on a field goal 29 yards by Wilmsmeyer to open the second half. And Louisville now with a 19-7 lead over the Memphis State Tigers. Stay with us.
Play it once and play again. Every time you play, you win. Come on, don't you know it's true? It's a game you just can't lose from Pepsi.
Everyone wins with Pepsi in the Heartland. Great prizes from Universal Studios, Kodak, Frito-Lay, even Oldsmobile.
It's the taste the people choose. Come on, you know the Heartland's true. To the red, white, and blue of Pepsi.
You could win a trip to Universal Studios Florida or other prizes when you buy specially marked Pepsi products.
Try it before you buy it. Sam Swope is so sure you'll love a hot new Pontiac, he'll let you try it before you buy it. That's right, no money down, just $149 a month to drive away in a 91 Sunbird, or climb behind the wheel of a 1991 Grand Am for only $199 a month. After 4 months, if you decide to buy, all your payments go toward purchase or lease, or just turn it in. The choice is yours. What have you got to lose? Try it before you buy it. Another Sam Swope exclusive. At Sam Swope Pontiac, nobody walks away.
Six years in the making. The time is now.
Selected varieties of Mike Sells potato chips only $1.99. Gordon's crunchy fish sticks and fillets just $3.59. And Ultra Slim Fast only $4.29 with newspaper coupon.
You're watching University of Louisville football on the Cardinal Network. We'll be moving to later action in the third quarter right after these messages.
everybody wins. Play it once and play again. Every time you play, you win. Come on, don't you know it's true? It's a game you just can't lose from Pepsi. Everyone wins with Pepsi in the Heartland. Great prizes from Universal Studios, Kodak, Frito-Lay, even Oldsmobile. It's the taste the people choose. Come on, you know the Heartland's true. To the red, white, and blue on Pepsi.
You could win a new Oldsmobile Silhouette van or other prizes when you buy specially marked Pepsi products.
The news at 10. The right news at the right time, 7 nights a week. Watch for the premiere of the weekend edition next Saturday night on WDRB Fox 41.
I am Elvis.
Join the party, the Byron Allen Show.
Sunday at midnight on Fox 41.
The Cardinals are in possession of the ball, first down and 10, backed up on their 15-yard line. And Browning-Nagel continues at quarterback. Louisville leads 19-7.
Bobby Hall, the ball
Short gain off the left side by Bobby Hall, number 32, another senior running back. Tyrone Hawkins makes the stop. As you look at Hall out of Kettering, Ohio. And so Howard Snellenberger has shuffled in and out, as he does every game, a number of different running backs. We've seen Joy Smith, we've seen Hall, Bynum, Dawkins. Second down and 8. Nagel pass is complete. That is Rene Couto. And Couto has a first down up at the 30-yard line. Reginald Jones makes the play, but Rene Couto, the senior out of Miami, who came to Louisville as a walk-on, makes the grab.
Well, I tell you, he doesn't have very many catches on the year. I know he's got at least one touchdown catch, but a big gainer right here. Couto does a stop pattern, runs down, puts a little juke move on Reginald Jones, picks up a big Cardinal first down.
Out of Miami, Florida, Rene Couto, first down and 10, 7:09 in the third quarter. Louisville leading it 19-7. Keeping the ball on the ground and bouncing loose here is Bobby Hall for a big gain up there midfield. Stopped momentarily, but kept his feet going, and he moves the ball up to midfield. So Bobby Hall rips off the big one before being brought down by Jones. A 19-yard gain. Chris Michael and Reginald Jones on the play.
Look at the two linebackers. They run right by Hall, don't even realize that he has the ball. Hall pops by him, gets into the secondary, picks up 19 yards before a couple of defensive backs haul him down. Unfortunately, on that play, the left tackle, Jerry Crafts, somehow came up limping and lame. They're standing him out on the field right now.
Back out on the 30-yard line. So after that big gainer by Hall, Louisville's got the ball, another first down, just short of the midfield stripe. As you look at Crafts, a 6'6", 319-pound senior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, transferred to the University of Louisville from Oklahoma. So Crafts, the biggest player on the team. Here, let's go down to the sidelines now to Alan Douglas.
That's an adjustment that the Louisville needed to make when they walked those 8 guys up on the line of scrimmage there. Browning audible to a trap play right up the middle. If it works well, they get the play off, it's going to be successful like we just saw.
It is first down and 10. 6 minutes, 44 seconds remain in the third quarter of this football game. Louisville chasing its 5th victory of the season. Here's the pitch to Hall. That's over midfield and gets up to about the 46.
Tackled by number 6, Chris Michael.
So Louisville continues to move the ball, and Hall now will come out to the sidelines.
Once again, an audible trying to go outside the blitz. Last time they went inside the blitz, this time they're going outside the blitz with Hall. Cuts it back up, gets a real good downfield block right there. 78, Scott McAllister coming from his right guard position. Little downfield block.
Second down and 6 with 6:02 to go in the third quarter now. And Nagel, short drop, throws incomplete. Number 3, Eric Broomfield, was up at the 40-yard line in the vicinity of a first down. Glenn Rogers Jr. made the play on Broomfield. Broomfield was hobbled for a couple of weeks with a with an injury, but he seems to be back and is getting more playing time this week than he has in the last few.
Of course, that ball came right out of the sun to Broomfield. That sun sets at this time of the day, and that corner of the end zone over there, and that ball just right out of the sun. Awfully tough to catch.
3rd down and 6 now for the Cardinals. They're at the Memphis State 46. Here is a pass that is incomplete. 88 is Jose Gonzalez. No, they say it was complete and then fumbled by Gonzalez and recovered by Duffy. Reginald Jones made the recovery, evidently, for Memphis State.
Okay, Jose's played a lot behind McKay these days. Catches the ball in the flat. Right here, catches it, puts the ball away, and looks as though it's stripped immediately. I don't know if that ball was in possession or not. Obviously, the guys in the stripes think it was, so Louisville is given the fumble.
2nd turnover of the game for the Cardinals. And after a long drive that was eating up a lot of clock, it is now back in Memphis State's hands. 1st down and 10. The ball's at the Tiger 33. 21 is Charles Allen. He's got speed. Picks up a few. Pino runs him out of bounds for Louisville.
Well, you talk about some speed. They had him back there, back behind the line of scrimmage. All of a sudden, he hits that 2nd gear and absolutely puts it in turbocharge and gets 7-yard pickup on that play. Phew.
Let's take a look at Keith Benton and what he's done on the day. He's completed 3 out of 8 for 79 yards passing. He's rushed for 42 yards. Here comes Bowlesby, and he is hit and knocked back. And that is a freshman that applied that hit. That is Kevin Gaines, 18. Coming up from the corner spot.
18, that's probably how old this guy is. Kevin Gaines, as he comes from his secondary position. He's playing corner now behind Gaines, and he comes up on the force. Watch from the right side of your screen. Boom! Oh!
Threw his entire body into that tackle, didn't he?
Good shot, Kevin Gaines. I tell you what, little freshman from Euclid, Ohio, which is just outside of Cleveland, of course. Everybody knows where Euclid is.
Well, they're going to come across the field now with the chain gang to take a measurement and see if it was enough to pick up a 1st down. 5 minutes and 27 seconds in the 3rd quarter. They're short. And so 3rd down will now face the Memphis State Tigers and the Louisville defense.
3rd down.
Louisville 19, Memphis State 7. The Tigers came into this game with a 3-1-1 record, their best start in 13 years. Louisville at 4-1-1, best start in 18 years. 3rd down 1, less than 1. Bowlesby did not get to the line of scrimmage. Ted Washington hit him and dropped him for a loss. 4th down. Memphis State will have to punt it. The Louisville defense once again with a big play.
The big guy, 9'9", from his defensive tackle position, does a little pinch move. Little inside move, taking away the quick one. Hits it for a loss. Forces Memphis to punt.
It's another high one out. Joey Smith waving for the fair catch, lets it hit. And after bobbling 2 or 3 of these left-footed kicker punts, he is letting it go, and it's going to go inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line of Louisville. 4 minutes and 42 seconds are left to play in the 3rd quarter here at Cardinal Stadium. We'll be back.
You're looking at a very sophisticated piece of equipment. At Citizens Fidelity, we use it every day to help process thousands of pieces of loan information, so you get the loan that's perfect for you every time. Now, we're not the only ones who possess this incredible banking tool. It's just we take the time to use it. At Citizens Fidelity, we listen, then we lend. Citizens Fidelity Bank, a PNC bank.
Try it before you buy it. Sam Swope is so sure you'll love a hot new Pontiac, he'll let you try it before you buy it. That's right, no money down, just $149 a month to drive away in a 91 Sunbird, or climb behind the wheel of a 1991 Grand Am for only $199 a month. After 4 months, if you decide to buy, all your payments go toward purchase or lease, or just turn it in. The choice is yours. What have you got to lose? Try it before you buy it. Another Sam Swope exclusive. At Sam Swope Pontiac, nobody walks away.
Tired of the same old television? Let's watch Arsenio. Then catch In Living Color, where nothing is sacred.
Praise the Lord, the Spirit has been lifted.
Except that it airs on Sunday. And Al Bundy's in a major league slump.
I know I made a few errors. For instance, 1, 2, and 3.
Are Al's glory days gone forever?
Still in my prime. Spasm, help me out!
Catch it all new, Married with Children, Sunday on Fox.
First and 10.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, where Louisville is leading 19-7, 4:42 in the third quarter. Louisville backed up on their 12-yard line. This is Dawkins. It's a running room out up to about the 18. That was a 47-yard punt by Fight. Dawkins makes the run there and picks up good yardage. It'll be 2nd down and 2 coming up.
We mentioned left-footed punter by Fight a moment ago. Normally when you practice against a guy like Klaus, the ball has a spiral the way it comes down to the earth, but Fight being left-footed has an opposite spiral, and it comes down in a totally different way, so therefore it's harder for Smith to handle.
2nd down and 2. That's a 1st down run by Dawkins out over the 25-yard line, out to the 26. So Dawkins gets the 1st down. Duffy made the stop for Memphis State.
A little quick draw, something that does keep the defense, a quick defense, honest. They've been coming on blitzes. Louisville's throwing everything at them. They've thrown screens at them. The draw play right there at that instance. They've quick trapped it up inside. They've gone outside. So good game plan being executed very well by this Cardinal offense.
Notice that John Bach, 64, is now in at center for the Cardinals. 1st down 10. Pitch to Dawkins. Lets the speed go. A flag has been dropped well back in the backfield of Louisville. Duffy finally gets Dawkins up around 1st down yardage out over the 35-yard line. But there is a flag. It sits back at the Louisville 23.
Holding against Louisville.
A holding call against the Cardinals. Louisville seems to be picking up more penalty yardage today than we have seen them pick up throughout the majority of this season. So holding is the call against Louisville, and that puts it back to the 16-yard line.
1st down and 20.
And you see there that Louisville has allowed only 12 points in the 2nd half throughout this entire season. They have yet to be scored upon in the 4th quarter of any ball game. They have not given up a touchdown. Complete. That is McKay, the tight end, up around the 24.
Tackled by number 22, Kenny Duffy.
So he picks up about 8-10 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 3:05 to go in the 3rd quarter.
You got 1st down and 20. You don't need to get it all. You got 2 or 3 downs to get it. Here you hit McKay on a quick little tight end pop. Play action in there, freeze the linebacker for a second, and slide McKay in behind him. His 2nd reception of the day for 34 yards, bringing up 2nd and 11.
Now Nagel goes down. He's trying maybe to get it out here to the sideline to Anthony Cummings. Now that was a freshman out of Niceville, Florida. Denton Bartow, number 59, that puts the sack on Browning Nagel. And now Louisville's offense has 3rd down and 19 yards.
Well, Memphis State has had 17 sacks this season. And, of course, this is only their 6th game. But last year, David, they only had 18 all year in 11 games. So as you can see, the Chuck Stobart theory of defense is certainly working for them, where they're being much more aggressive, getting more sacks, making the defense be more productive.
Inside 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Louisville a 19-7 lead. This is 3rd down and 19, and they go on the ground. And Bynum brings it out over the 25. So Louisville now will be in a punting situation. Reginald Jones, number 7. And so Bynum was the ball carrier, and now we have a 4th and 11 facing Louisville, and Welsmeyer has had a couple of 60-plus yard punts this afternoon.
Number 26.
You see his number for the season. He scored 37 points, leads the team in the scoring department. So on 4th down, Welsmeyer just gets it out of there. Fair catch signaled for and made by Glenn Rogers Jr. at the 37-yard line of Memphis State. So with a minute, 13 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Memphis State will take over possession of the football, trailing Louisville 19-7.
Our friend Bobby Clarkson in there waving at the crowd. Hey, Bobby.
Tickets are available and on sale for 3 future games. Western Kentucky on the 27th, November the 3rd at Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium, and November the 10th, the season finale here against Boston College. Benton on 1st down, scrambling and throwing, and the ball is caught by Copeland with Pat Fitzgerald covering him. The gain is close to a 1st down. It is short of one by maybe a yard. It is spotted at the 46-yard line. Russell Copeland has caught 2 touchdown passes on the year coming into the game. 43 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Memphis State hanging into this game. 21, Charles Allen gets over midfield down to about the Louisville 48-yard line. Buchanan was there on the play. A late flag has just been dropped. And Mike Flores is throwing his hands up in the air and arguing with the officials about whatever the call is.
Well, I've seen a lot of football players get excited and push each other, and yeah, that's all part of the ball game, but I've never seen a small patty cake push get a flag the way that one did that quickly. The fans are sort of agreeing with Mike Flores that I don't believe that flag was called for, but needless to say, the guy that threw it felt that it was.
Howard Snellenberger giving the officials a piece of his mind, stalking them down the sidelines to make his point. Now this is going to be a Memphis State 1st down. And it is on the 34-yard line of the Louisville Cardinals. 26 seconds in the 3rd quarter. 19-7 Louisville. You see the penalty yardage stacking up on both sides. That ball is thrown short out there to John Bush, a sophomore out of Jacksonville.
2nd down.
Incomplete, stops it with 17 seconds to go in the 3rd.
We're talking to the defensive coaches through this week. That's what they wanted Benton to do. They wanted him to get in a passing situation, drop back, and throw it. I mean, they don't want him to run the ball, as we've seen. He's run the thing up and down the field all day long. They want him to control him, make him throw from a conventional position back behind the center.
You see the advantage in passing yardage right there, but this one is complete to Bosby for a 1st down inside the Louisville 25. Kevin Gaines, the freshman, number 18, was defending, but Bosby, a sophomore fullback, makes the catch. And now we'll see if indeed it is a 1st down. The officials are calling for a timeout to take a look at it. They've spotted the ball and around the 24-yard line.
Well, Bosby may realize or may equal his season output today of receiving the ball. Coming into the game, he only had 3 catches for 12 yards. Today, I believe he's already got at least 2. And a key one right here, where he has a 2nd down and long and picks up close to a 1st down. Should make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It is 3rd down and short, and 11 seconds are what are left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Once again, the Louisville defense digs in. Ball's at the Cardinal 24. 3rd down and 1. Memphis State 4 out of 12 in 3rd down conversions. Benton keeps it. There is a flag dropped on the far side of the field. Pushing and shoving going on the field. And seeing some flare-ups out there occasionally between these two teams.
The linesman
offsides
in charge of the chain gang on the far side of the field. David Wilson threw that flag, and obviously he did see one of the guys in red enter enter the neutral zone before the ball was snapped, so therefore Louisville offsides, and automatic first down for Memphis. Puts the ball down inside the Louisville 20-yard line.
6 seconds left in the third quarter. The Louisville defense has not given up a touchdown in the second half. The penalty yards, Louisville was 70. That may be the most penalties we've seen them take this season in a game. Well, the third quarter has just come to an end. So as we go to the fourth quarter of play, it is Louisville 19 and Memphis State 7 with the Tigers threatening.
Just a step from where you are to where you'd like to be. A place that holds the key to your financial security. Great Financial Federal has the strength and the know-how to help you plan tomorrow while you make the most of now. We'll always be the key to where you want to be. Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security.
Now, we're going to give the business flyer what the business flyer is demanding. So we're going to say to them, at a coach fair on Eastern, you book and fly first class. We're going to give them a corporate rate that the corporate travel manager will approve. This is not a short-term promotion. This is a fundamental change in the way in which we're going to market business travel in the airline industry today, and Eastern is going to lead that effort.
A mere $41 ago, this man had no identity. You wouldn't know his values in life by looking at him. Then he got this U of L t-shirt for $10 and a sweatshirt for $18. He got this terrific stadium cap for just $10, a very useful water bottle for $3.50, and he got his facts straight on U of L football with the official media guide for just $10. Now, if he had bought those items separately, it would have been $51.50, but he got the whole set and his identity back for just $41. A great deal. Call her right today.
Let Night Court show you the proper way of conducting yourself. How to look your well-dressed best. Dining, do's and don'ts. The dignified style of romance. Creating a clean, comfortable office environment. And how to cultivate civilized working relationships. So make the right kind of impression with Night Court, a comedy of manners.
Sorry about that. Weeknights at 7 on Fox 41.
The Louisville defense has not given up a touchdown or a point in the fourth quarter this entire season. But Memphis State is threatening on the first play of the fourth quarter from the Louisville 20-yard line. First down and 10. The crowd is roaring in support of this defense. Benton is caught. Mike Flores. 10th sack of the year.
Definitely a sack, and Flores is, man, look at him just blow right by the offensive tackle like he was standing still, and he just absolutely takes Benton to the ground.
No cheap flags here.
No cheap flags, and he's excited. Let's get excited, Mike. Woo!
Mike Flores, the senior defensive end, makes a big play for the defense. Now it is second down and 17, and this crowd is on its feet. Benton throws complete. That is Copeland that has it down inside the 10, and he's still on his feet. Down to the 5. Buchanan was down there on the play for Louisville.
First down.
But it is a first down for Memphis State as Copeland brings it down and quiets the crowd.
Big catch by Copeland. That ball coming right out of the sun from the angle that Benton threw it. Copeland makes a great play, catches it 21 yards, picks up first and goal. You'll see Benton rolling left. Now, the sun, you see the shadow coming right out of it. He's got to look right back into it, looks it in. This guy's had some big games from Memphis State.
First down and goal for the Tigers at the 5. And he's caught for a loss. Charles Allen tripped up by Flores. Mike Flores is waging a one-man war down here in the fourth quarter.
Fantastic play by the defensive end. That right side defensive end, Flores, sheds the blockers, comes right upfield, makes a play, and if he doesn't make that play, I think that saves a touchdown right there.
That moves the ball back to the 8-yard line, a loss of 3. Chuck Stobart, Memphis State coach. The Tigers trying to do something no other team has been able to do against the Louisville defense. Score on them in the 4th quarter. Gangler.
Oh, what a well-coached defensive unit. When you've got, you see that quarterback coming down at you, and if you've got confidence in go upfield and take the pitch and disregard what that quarterback's doing, that means you've got confidence in the other 10 guys that they're going to come from the inside and make that defensive play. Outstanding defense. 3rd down. Big play. Crunch zone time.
It is 3rd down and goal. Look out. Benton has got the ball and running towards the end zone, and he's in there. Touchdown, Memphis State. Keith Benton did it by himself. And that is the first point scored on the Louisville defense in the 4th quarter this season.
I tell you what, that man is outstanding. The first thing we talked about pregame for Louisville, they've got to stop Benton. They have not stopped Benton. That means that Memphis State is in this ball game 13-19. As you take a look at Benton, Louisville's got it covered. It's just a one-man show right here. Lowry starts in pursuit, but doesn't pursue deep enough. Benton steps around side him, and that 40-yard speed, woo, burns Louisville right around the corner, gets the touchdown. 13-19, Memphis trails Louisville. They've got a delay in the game.
Cummings once again, number 5, split to the bottom of your screen. Broomfield at the top part. Over here to Cummings, he's open. Boy, if he could have turned the corner and eluded that tackle by Rogers, it would have been open sailing, but he is collared there by Rogers. A nice play. He was open, and another big gain by the team of Nagel to Cummings.
AC right there. Just a little quick stop, little hitch pass. Nagel's got it right on line. Cummings picks it up. Picks up a big 7 yards, bringing the Cardinals to 3rd down and 3.
9 minutes and 40 seconds are left. Nagel with 20 out of 34 passes today. Nagel hit from behind. The ball bounces loose. They say it's dead, incomplete pass. He was hit by Bartow, number 59. And now it is 4th down, and the punting team comes onto the field.
The all-out blitz. Once again, they're bringing 8 people. Louisville can block only so many right there. Bartow comes on the backside. Nagel never sees him coming, but he was in the forward motion of throwing, therefore incomplete pass. 4th down.
Welmsmeyer to punt. It's a high one out. It's going to be going down towards the end zone. Hits at the 5 and bounces back. Louisville has a chance, and they do, to down it at about the 6. That's just what they wanted to do. Back Memphis State up. 9:14 left to go. We'll be back.
As the old saying goes,
here's Benton going long for Copeland. And Russell Copeland has it go in and out of his hands up at midfield. John Gainey was the back down there along with Buchanan. Look at it again.
Just haul off and throw it deep, Keith. I'll be there. That's what Russell Copeland says, and he splits the defenders right there.
And Louisville has a 5-point. And Louisville's going to be in good shape around the 42-yard line of Memphis State. So the Cardinals get a break here. They'll get good field position on the Memphis State 43-yard line. A 29-yard punt. And so that helps Louisville. Our next telecast of Cardinal football is next Saturday when they meet the Pitt Panthers, October the 20th at 11 p.m. First down and 10. 7:36 left in this football game. 19-14. Louisville leads by 5. Bynum gets it over the 40. Gain of around 4.
29.
He might go all the way. Blackford is going to try to catch him down here before he gets in. And he does. Buchanan. As Blackford. 24. 24. William Blackford saves the touchdown. 89-yard run.
Time for the game. We say stop Benton. I tell you what, no one stopped him yet this season. Here he takes off the option play, great downfield blocking, and it's over the great speed of William Blackford coming all the way from across field from his corner position. He beats a defender right there. The block of Allen and brings down Benton after an 89-yard gain. Here's a shot from the end zone. You'll see some jets, some speed. Right here, number 5 got a great block. Looks as though it was Russell Copeland throws a great block there. 2 junior college. Those 2 guys right there, junior college transfers. Neither one of them was on campus at Memphis State last year, and that's the reason right now they're 3-1 and looking to go ahead of the Cardinals late going fourth quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, the ball is inside the Louisville 10-yard line, and Memphis State has taken a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 5. Look out, it's Benton. He's not going to get it this time. 4-5, and the Cardinals are able to knock him down. Blackford, Johnson, Gangwell.
And they run it into the boundary this time. They're going to go short side of the field right here. There's not much room for these guys to work.
Clock is running at 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Louisville leading by 5. Trying to turn back the Tigers who call timeout. That is their second timeout in this half. They have 1 left.
Exactly 1 left. Score 14-19. A field goal for them here at this point in time only puts them in striking distance for another field goal. I don't know if they'll...
I think Memphis State has just 1 timeout left. Rather than the 2. We'll check on that. Second down and goal. Benton throwing it. Completed drop. He had it, and he let it get away from him down at the 5-yard line. Russell Jones, number 9. That was very nearly a completed pass. But now, 3rd and 13. 4:49 left in the game.
First, Russell Jones, the brother of the defensive back, Reginald Jones. Looks as though he had it right here. Should have had it. He's looking to pick up extra yardage after he makes the reception, or what he thought was going to be a reception. As we take a look at Flores.
Flores hurt.
Slowed.
Let's check in now on the sideline. 3rd down and goal from the 13. Benton is under pressure. Look out. He's got the end zone in sight and fell down. He may have been tripped, but he has stopped short of the 5.
Well, I think he tripped over the 10-yard line. That's awful high paint over there. He's coming around this left end right there. He gets outside of Mills. Gets up there, he's going to put a little juke on it, and it was the 10-yard line, I'm sure, David.
They'll reach up and grab you every time.
I'll tell you what.
A 12th defender on the field, I guess. Well, this is now 4th down and goal, and this is Joe Allison, the field goal kicker. He has not missed this year from the 15 or 24-yarder. It's good.
Field goal is good.
A freshman field goal kicker.
Ted Washington was back in the backfield. I don't know how they missed not hitting that wide body. He broke through there clean. Would have had his 4th block of the year, but somehow the ball hooked around him. Maybe he came off to the side, but you'll see him right side of your screen, 99. You can't miss him. Yep, he just came just a little bit to the side and almost got his 4th block of the season.
Well, it is 19-17. Louisville is from Joe Allison, the freshman kicker who just connected on the field goal. Against Joey Smith, looking for some running room. Gets it out over the 25 to about the 26. Mike Davis, 45. 15, Dominic Callaway on the stop. That last Memphis State drive, 5 plays, 91 yards. 2 minutes is all the time it took for Allison to hit the 24-yard field goal and move Memphis State within 2 points.
We might add 89 of those 90 yards by their quarterback, Keith Benton. Now the pressure's on this quarterback right here, Browning Nagel.
Louisville playing before Bowl Scouts today, trying to survive a scare from Memphis State. And Dawkins rips off a big 9 to 10-yard gain out over the 35. Reginald Jones, number 7, gets him after a gain of 9. So Dawkins rips off another impressive run to the 35. 2nd down and about a yard to go.
Key point of attack, right side. McAllister and Berkey right there. Good job on that right side, putting a little sealing that running lane so Dawkins can slice through, picks up 9 yards.
3 minutes and 27 seconds. 2nd down and 1, clock running, 4th quarter. Again to Dawkins, 1st down.
Dawkins again, carries.
So Dawkins continues to punch out the yardage. Pat Jensen, 99, in on the stop for Memphis State. But not before Dawkins gets the 1st down. And the clock is running. 3 minutes and 17 seconds as Browning Nagel looks to the sideline and gets the play call.
And Memphis State only has 1 timeout, David. They called 2 of that last series.
3 minutes and 4 seconds. It continues to run. Louisville 19-17. 1st down 10. No gain there. Hit and drilled back behind the line of scrimmage. Sid Smith, number 13 of Memphis State, led the charge. So Dawkins had no running room. And the clock continues to run.
Loss of 1.
Sid Smith from his strong side safety position right up there in the middle of the line of scrimmage, making the play behind. You know what that tells you? They're coming after Louisville. They're bringing safeties. They're bringing linebackers. They're bringing everybody they can to put the pressure on this Louisville offense.
For the loss of 1 on the last play, it is 2nd down 11. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to play. Short pass. Nagel intercepted. It is picked off by Rogers. And Rogers is hit by Browning Nagel at the 14. Glenn Rogers, his 5th interception of the year. 5 interceptions for Rogers. And this one is a big interception.
He did it last week, folks. Last week he picked off a pass against Tulane, setting up the winning touchdown for Memphis State. Here he is right again, picking it off. There, 2'6", Glenn Rogers, 5'11", 186-pound senior from Memphis, Tennessee. Browning makes a heck of a play to keep him from scoring, but they're sitting right there a short field goal away from putting 20 points on the board. Of course, Louisville only has 19.
And they've got a freshman field goal kicker who has not missed a field goal this year. There's a look at Glenn Rogers Jr. out of Memphis. Now, Memphis State, 1st down and 10 from the Louisville 14. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left.
I believe earlier in the game, Memphis was trying a field goal. Their center, I thought, snapped the ball prematurely, and yes, he has had a miss this season. The first one of his career was earlier in the game today.
That's true. He was 5 for 5 coming in today.
Exactly. Coming into the game, he was 5 for 5 with field goals of 50, 49, 35, 24, and 32. If he had to kick it from here, David, it'd be a 31-yard field goal, so this is definitely within his range.
First down and 10. Bowsby nowhere. Clock is stopping.
Crosby, the ball carrier. Bino, the tackler.
Okay, Louisville calls timeout at this point in time to settle down the defense and go over the defensive game plan. 1:54 remaining. Memphis still has their one remaining timeout.
Loss of 3 on that play.
Louisville with 2 timeouts to go now. Memphis State, of course, with just 1 left. And the defensive strategy is being mapped on the sideline with Mark Sander, Pat Fitzgerald, Howard Snellenberger. Turnover. Some way to stop this threat. 1:54 to go. Second down. And it's Charles Allen. It's knocked down inside the 15-yard line by Mark Sander and Reggie Johnson. The clock stops at 1:47. And it's 3rd down and 13. Keith Benton and the threat running the ball. He's picked up 137 yards rushing and a touchdown already today. An 89-yard run.
A couple of those big ones have been on scrambles from what started out to be pass plays. The long one, of course, was on the option.
1:47 left in the game. This is 3rd down. And Porter goes into the middle of the field to set up a straight-ahead field goal attempt as the clock stops. And there is a timeout as Ted Washington makes the tackle. Louisville takes the timeout. And there's 1:39 seconds left.
Can he do it again?
He has blocked 3 field goals this season. He looked like he was very close to getting the last attempt by Allison. He blocked 2 at San Jose State. The second one with no time left on the clock to preserve the tie.
Timeouts remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout.
So Ted Washington, Louisville will look to try to break him in there to block it at 6'5", 308 pounds. The ball will be kicked from the 20. A 30-yard attempt by the freshman, Joe Allison, to put Memphis State into the lead. It's blocked. It's blocked and picked up by Buchanan. Ray Buchanan. Unbelievable. Ray Buchanan gets credit for the block.
Well, Buchanan's going to get credit for it, but I tell you what, to block Ted Washington up the middle, you got to tighten your splits down. When you tighten your splits down, you shorten the distance from the corner. And when you shorten the distance from the corner, it makes it easier coming off the corner from your left side right there. Buchanan dives. Unbelievable.
Here's what Ted Washington...
on Washington. Oh, my God. Look at him break through there.
1 timeout left for each team. 1:31 on the clock. Louisville 19-17.
My brother, what's his name?